PQ. PQ.
And if you look back now at the pictures of black life in the Jim Crow era South, I get angry right now. People weren't angry, at least for two reasons. First, people who are severely oppressed generally do not lead slave revolts against their masters. Those who lead the revolts are rarities. Oppression does not create mass outrage and contempt, which leads to violent action. Generally, what happens is that in a very repressive and oppressed society, you get docility. And that doesn't mean that the people who are oppressed are unaware that they are being oppressed. Of course, they understand that, but they also understand another thing, that there are terrible risks which must be run in order to challenge that system. That the black man or the black woman who stands up and denounces the absence of participatory democracy at the county level will end up in a gutter or will be killed or will be run out of that county. And that's a reality that every young black boy and girl who grew up in the Jim Crow era South understood. The risks that were involved in standing up to oppression were enormous. It also meant losing your families, perhaps, or moving to the north. So there were just basic costs. The second factor was a factor of what I call respect. And that is, Southern black life, Southern black society was profoundly conservative. I don't mean in the sense of the televangelists of the 80s. I mean in the sense that black life was conservative in that people had a profound respect for the elders of the black community and for authority within the Afro-American community. That the elders said one thing, you listened to older people, you respected them. To be old meant to have acquired a body of wisdom or knowledge. And the sense of the older Afro-Americans was that change would come about at best only through gradual means.
You've been watching a clip from Manning Marable. I'm David Hoffman, an independent documentary filmmaker, and I did that interview with Manning back in 1989 as part of a series that I was making for television on the 1960s. So before I play you the rest of the interview, I just want you to know that I told each interviewed subject, including Manning, say what you experienced. Say how you see.
This white man here, Caleb Cage Lawson, was found hanging from a tree in Aberdeen, North Carolina on Sunday. Now, according to the North Carolina Beat, he was 29 years old. Like I said, he was found hanging from a tree in the middle of the day at 2:45 p.m. in Aberdeen, North Carolina, only about 75 yards away from a busy shopping center, Center Park. So basically, the North Carolina Beat, which is an independent journalist, was receiving tips about yet another black person being hung in North Carolina. But then he called the Aberdeen Police Department, and they were able to confirm that, in fact, it was not another black person to add to the list of black people that had been lynched, that it was actually a white man this time. But peep this. It says that the Aberdeen Police Department said that the death is being investigated as a suspected suicide, right? However, officials have not yet made a final determination regarding the cause and manner of death. But you know, the thing about that is, black people are getting lynched, it seems like, a few times a week, and they're quick to rule those suicides before they do any investigation. So why is it that Caleb is being afforded the privilege of his death not being classified as a suicide straight off the cuff, like ours are being? Now, genuinely, I don't know Caleb, and I try my best not to be prejudiced. I only show my ass on here a lot because I have a lot of racist white people that like to try me, and I'm never a safe space for anybody to play with. I personally feel like this could be the police doing these hangings, and I feel like this one is them trying to say, damn, here you go, black community. We know that y'all have been getting found lynched, but here's a white one to throw in the mix so we can throw y'all off. Okay, we're not stupid. But then on the other hand, this could be a retaliation because black people are tired of, people fucking around when it comes to our lives, and maybe it's the find out stage. Could be that. But then again, there's the third possibility, right? It very well could be a suicide with Mr. Caleb, right? Because going back to that per capita conversation that racist white people love to have, right? Okay, so let's look at the national suicide rates per capita. You can see that non-Hispanic white people account for approximately 17.2 to 17.6 per 100,000 people, right, per capita. And when you come down here and you look at the national suicide per capita rate for black people, it's only about 8.4 to 8.7 out of those 100,000 people, right? That means that the chances of a white person per capita killing themselves by suicide is double the amount of black people, yet we're being lynched again, day in and day out. They talking about we're publicly hanging ourselves from trees. And then even when it comes to the overall national average for everyone, all races, that's at 13.7, which is still significantly lower than the national suicide rate for white people. So again, the cops could have did it. Somebody black could have retaliated. Maybe they were about to get hung, and maybe they took it upon themselves and said, hey, it's going to be you or me, and it's going to be you today, buddy. Or like I said, I wouldn't put it past anybody white to actually commit suicide from hanging themselves from a tree, considering the fact that it seems like you guys tend to kill yourselves quite a bit. But then again,
You have called for self-defense units, rifle clubs,
Oh, yes.
ready to execute on the spot those who threaten Negroes.
I don't think that I said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I don't think I said that.
All right.
I have called for rifle clubs that I think Negroes should, in areas where the police, whether it be federal, state, or city, have proven their inability or their unwillingness to defend Negroes, the lives and the property of Negroes, then it's only intelligent and it's only right that Negroes protect themselves, and I have encouraged them to buy a rifle and a shotgun, which according to the Constitution is legal.
For what purpose?
Not buy a pistol or something like that, but a rifle or a shotgun, which is constitutionally legal.
For what purpose?
So that at any time, anyone makes any effort whatsoever to brutalize them or attack them or endanger them, they should have something to defend themselves.
Mr. President, they're not all this good. Some of them need a little work. But this one right here, this is top of the line. Fully programmable, sings, dances, takes direction. This is one of the good ones.
Now this is South Carolina. And when we say we love President Trump, we say it loud and we say it proud. Is this Donald Trump country? Oh yeah. We love a president who closes our borders. I know this is going to offend the liberal elites. Every time I say it, it offends them.
Watch this.
But let me say it one more time. America is not a racist country.
That boy's good. He sure is.
Do the Timmy Shimmy.
Oh, y'all want the Timmy Shimmy? Do y'all want the Timmy Shimmy? No. Say it loud and proud. Give me my theme song.
Bass are good, bass are kind, bass are still
Does he know they're laughing at him?
I don't think he does.
Sun
He
come
really
up,
thinks
I
he's
start
killing it.
my day. Anything Master say, I say.
I want one.
One what?
A Timmy.
We'll see what we can do. He really wants that Timmy.
Yeah, he does.
Let's get him one.
All right, we're getting him a Timmy.
Sir. Excuse me?
I don't care.
Sir.
This fucking cut in front of me. It's not.
It's not.
Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, this is not going to do anything.
It's not. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
This is not how we do things right now.
Oh, okay. You know how fucking lying works?
Lying?
This is a fucking lie.
You were behind that car.
Fucking lie.
Sir.
You were behind that car.
In a fucking line.
That would have been you right there. But no,
No,
you wanna
I would have
bitch at
been
me.
here. You would have been
car
there.
moved. Why didn't you fucking come around there?
I was going to.
Okay, well, can you get out of the way so I can pump gas?
No,
You
sir.
would have been already getting gas.
I don't care.
But you want to be a child about it.
No, you're being a fucking child.
He would have been done already. Like,
I don't give a shit.
Like,
I seriously don't give a shit. This is fucked up, and you fucking know it. Get the fuck out of here.
What is it that you're trying to do? Like, this is not
I just want to get gas.
Okay.
That's all I want to fucking do. You're not helping. You get out of here. No. Get the fuck out of here. There you go. There's kids in the car.
And you're doing this.
Yeah.
And you're doing this.
Yeah.
You're doing
Get
this.
the fuck out of here.
You're doing Your lady's trying to pull you back. Come on.
No.
Get back. Come on.
I'm his mom.
Okay, his mom. His mom's trying to pull you. His mom's trying to pull you back.
You should call the cops.
Well, call the cops.
He already assaulted me. You came over here, touched my property, moved my stuff and everything.
Sure, I don't give a shit.
Okay, you don't give a shit. Wow. Okay.
No.
You can't go with me. They're gonna arrest you.
They ain't gonna arrest me.
Yeah, they will.
No, they ain't.
Sir.
Call the cops, please. Call the
You
cops.
go back to your vehicle and put gas. That's
Come on,
it, please.
Johnny.
Just
Call the
that's
cops.
it.
I'm
Come on, sir.
Just come back. Let me drive. I'm driving.
All right, sir.
Y'all have no consideration for people that live here. You had us up till 3:30 in the morning. Take my picture, call me a Karen, put me all over social media. I don't care. My son's an actor. You can do whatever the hell you want. Call me a Karen. You guys are a bunch of bullshit. You should go and apologize to everybody in this neighborhood for lighting off fireworks at 3:30 in the morning in a neighborhood. You got anything to say?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a difference. Don't get in my face. Don't get in my face. Don't get in my face. Can you please back up?
No.
Okay. All right.
There's a difference. What?
Close the door.
It's
no,
free.
close,
No.
close the door.
I will
no.
back up, but
no,
you
no,
need to. You
no,
owe
what are you
an
doing? What are you?
explanation.
Close the door.
You owe
close
us
the
an
door.
explanation.
Close the door.
I will call the cops.
We call the cops.
I don't care. I don't
You're
care if
kicking
they
the
arrest
door.
me. I was up till 3:30 in the morning
You're
because
weird.
of you.
What are you doing? What are you? Back up, back up. What are you doing?
I want an explanation.
No,
Do you even care?
No,
Do you
'cause
even care?
You're
You
not.
don't
You're not
even
being
care.
civil. You're not being civil.
Why should I?
You're
You
kicking the
were
door.
at 3:30 in the
You're
morning.
kicking the door. You're.
Was that a palate cleanser or what? That's what I'm talking about.
He stayed too long at that door.
Man, I would have hit her with that door.
She would have felt that door all
Just
the way.
like old
Not
boy
like-
at that gas pump. I would have beat him with that gas pump.
Yeah, that was crazy. But everybody's on edge now, so
That's not my fault.
Yeah.
They get on edge to get your ass whooped. Welcome to the new show. You guys know why we're here. You know what we do. This is my favorite part of the week. My favorite part of the week is Tuesdays and Thursdays. Providing this information and some clarity on some things you guys may not have known with my friends, and making new friends, getting new people the time and the effort that you guys deserve to have things explained to you. One thing that I saw kind of went viral was our assertion that Reignite should not be a thing, and that the disparity study should be addressed instead of Reignite. And the fact that you have coloreds, you have these people.
Mr. President, they're not all this good. Some of them need a little work. But this one right here, this is top of the line. Fully programmable, sings, dances, takes direction. This is one of the good ones.
Now this is... Yeah, because seeing as how we've got those types of people working for Jock Roy, they'll never tell you about the disparity study. Matter of fact, none of them colored people over there have said anything about the disparity study. Even the guy, Miss Linda Bell, plug your ears, even the guy that said they bled and died, he didn't even bring up the disparity study. That's how you know it's performative. And there's nothing worse than being around performative ass people. And that's a performer right there. Hold on, let me get this. Oh, wait. So yeah, that's the opening for this evening. I think you guys know what's about to happen. They're about to drop some truth bombs on you. All right. So get ready for that. And, just keep it in mind. Just keep it in mind. Keep an open mind so you can understand. Like we're in the midst of being played with. All right. We're in the midst of being played with. All right. It's election season. You got people jockeying for position. A lot of people don't belong in these races. And I'm not saying that because I favor one candidate over the other. I'm saying that because there's nothing there to grab onto. Right? Or because they have a track record that is completely against us. Completely against us. And if you don't know who's against you, look around. We talked about gerrymandering last show. We showed you how the gerrymandering and reignite correlate with each other, and that you would not be getting reignite without the gerrymandering. That's why they did it. We also showed you that the money for reignite is not actually even there. Which, if anybody's not paying attention, the only thing that they fixed so far is the parks, which means that they've dipped into the parks and recreation budget. Hear me out on this, right? So if the parks and recreation is supposed to be covered by just regular budget, just a regular capital outlay budget, right? Why is he labeling it reignite? It's supposed to get done anyway. Because he needed to do something to get you guys to believe that reignite was in fact a real legitimate thing. Matter of fact, if reignite was such a good idea, why are you still trying to sell it? You're still trying to sell it. This reminds me so much of the Restore scam. If it was such a great idea, why did you work so hard to sell it? And then you just, you shoved it through anyway. Pause. So we're going to cover a little bit of that. We're going to go to YSKT and we're going to cover some of their stuff. We're going to get to the city council meeting. I promise. I think the England Authority, they had a meeting this evening about whether or not, I don't know. I ain't saying it don't concern me. I'm just saying that we have pressing issues, pressing matters that matter to the core of Alexandria. Now, what they're doing out there at England Authority is I think they're trying to charge people for protesting. And I mean, not charge them like a crime. I'm talking about like in order to come out there and protest, you have to like buy a permit or something like that. Which, I mean, I thought the First Amendment was free. But I guess not. Yeah, YSKT, you got anything from for right now? Before we get into it?
No, I don't.
Thank you for being here then.
You're welcome.
Yeah, whatever. Miss Alita, welcome to the show as well. How are you?
I'm doing fine, sir. How's everybody?
You like the new format? You like this? How I got it set up now?
I do. I think it's excellent. You did an excellent job, and I'm not just saying that because we're related. I'm saying that because I know your work.
Whoa, we're related? Huh.
Unfortunately.
We're related like Trey Gist and his dad, and that's the reason why he's got his job. Nepotism.
Look. It was a rumble in the backseat.
Oh no, Jesus! And that's what gave us our city charter. Jesus. Okay, all right. Big shout out to Mr. Porter. He's probably in.
Mr. Porter in Timbuktu right now.
Mr. Porter is in Timbuktu. Let me see. I guess we can just go ahead and get to it. Yeah, we can go ahead and get to it. I want you guys to keep your head on the swivel. Simply because that's what's needed. Right? You gotta keep yourself safe these days. But let me go ahead and pull up some things and we can start having these conversations because they do need to be had. Your president is over there renaming shit again, like that matters. Yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna go with that. Still not delivery driver accused of stealing a dog. National Book Award honored authors to visit. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it looks like yeah, okay, all right. So there's absolutely nothing there. Sorry, I had to go double check. I just want to double check. All right. So, what's the first thing I want to talk about? If you don't know, if you do not know who your council people are for now, what up, Brother Greg? If you don't know who they are for now, YSKT has done you all the solid and put you all on game. Okay? Only person missing here is Fowler. But everybody here, all right, hold on, let me make this better for everybody. Nope, that's not it. There it goes. Those are the people that you need to get in contact with. All right. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Gary Johnson, I think this number. Oh, yeah. Lizzie Felter and Gary Johnson. And Jim Villard. All three of these people have the same phone number. Anybody know what's up with that? Oh, yeah. Well, and Gary Johnson and Lizzie Felter apparently live together. Anybody know what's up with that? YSKT, did you know about any of this? Okay. Well, nobody knew that they lived together. Yeah, that's a little weird. Oh, wait a minute. 915. This is City Hall. They're using City Hall's address. Oh, and they're using City Hall's phone number. So all three of these people you cannot contact at all. You can't contact them, period. You're gonna call City Hall, but you can't come see him, and or he put his address up, but you can't call him. You can't call him, and you can't call her.
Somebody did reach out to YSKT and say, hey, why are some people pretty much unreachable? And I said, well, this contact information comes from the city website, so it's really not anything I could do about that. But with the addresses, they just didn't want nobody to know where they stay, apparently, which is I understand. But what about the phone number though? I guess you got to call and leave a message or send an email. But guess what? That's good to comment, because maybe we can raise awareness that we need an update.
Yeah.
We need more ways to contact,
We need to get rid of Gary Johnson.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. We got to get rid of Jim Villard.
Of course.
Right. And then we can get some actual phone numbers, some actual contact information.
All right, yeah. That sounds about right.
Okay.
And all also, Fowler is on there. You have to just look at all the pictures. Thank you.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, guys, listen. That's District 5. I don't even think we got viewers in District 5, do we? If you're watching us from District 5, put a 1 in the chat. Listen, one of the least educated people in Alexandria is running for school board. And I ain't saying that he's least educated. I'm saying that if you listen to him talk and he brings up the city community, 9 times out of 10 he's bullshit. He served 14 years on the city council, served as city council president and a district councilman. He studied at Southern University. And he's going to be over Carter C. Raymond, the RTA, Martin Park Elementary, Horseshoe Drive Elementary. So,
but you know, his former position was at KLB. He has a communication degree.
Also, he also works for
the Renaissance.
The Renaissance.
And
so
the
yes,
Sheriff's Department.
Yes, put the guy that works at the Renaissance in charge of your kids. We can just cut out the school to prison pipeline, and we can just call it the prison pipeline. Yeah, no. We got another candidate here, Miss Marie Ashmore, who's the incumbent. Over 30 years working across military personnel operations, including roles in office manager, project management, budget administration, and training. She's got a Master's of Science, degree in Human Resources Management from the National Louis University, and a Bachelor of Arts degree in Business Management from the same institution. She is a graduate of Carter C. Raymond High School. She serves as the secretary, treasurer of the Rotary Club of LeCount, and serves on the board of directors for the Stewards of Hope Foundation, and previously served with the Selma Community Action Council. Is that CCAC? Okay. I'll leave y'all alone. I'm not going to say thumbs up or thumbs down. She's the incumbent. She's the incumbent.
Hold up.
What's up?
Brother Greg said he also was the security guard at Top Flight Security.
At the mall. He also does work security at the mall. See, he has one of those authority complexes. He has to be somewhere around authority. He can't.
In the Johnson,
it's the Johnson pipeline. Yo, you got to take it off the screen. Take it off the screen. If you are District 1, 2, or 3, Jim Millard doesn't want to be with you. You can't be a public servant if you don't want the public to reach out to you. This is true. Let's keep going here. And of course, good luck to all these candidates. Brother Malcolm, Mr. Porter, Brother Greg, Miss Alma Moore, Brother Mark Mercer. And just good luck to those people. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. Thank you for Mr. John Perry for all that you invested in the community. Great work. I'm going to get around to this. Hold on, not this. Okay, so District DC, right? Candidate number 4 is Frances Tenney. She's an Ash alumni. NSU LA alumni, Norwich University alumni, Bridge University, BS in Theology, Master's in BA, Concentration in Project Management, Bachelor of Science, Certified Workforce Development Professional, owner coordinator of Notaries on Wheels, and co-owner of Dwight Howard Hobby and Body Shop LLC, Workforce Professional, Rapids Business and Career Solutions Center. She is lobbying for District D, which covers Acadian Elementary, Alma Redwine, Arthur F. Smith, Peabody Magnet, Peabody Montessori, Rosenthal Montessori, and RAPS. Apparently, this guy doesn't have a picture, but it's Larry Spotsville. He's lobbying for the same one. I don't know him. He's director of Juvenile Services Rep. No, it's a no. Absolutely not. Listen, I like my school board representatives as far away from that prison pipeline as possible. Because I feel like these people have a hidden agenda, right? Because they didn't build that new facility out there at Renaissance for nothing. They didn't change these laws for nothing. And so I believe they're going to need people in those spaces to usher your kids over. Also for District D is Thomas Sands. Every child, every campus, every day, every student deserves a safe, inspiring place to learn. Every campus deserves resources, teachers, and leadership needed to thrive. And every single day is an opportunity to put our students first and build a brighter future for Rapides Parish. I look forward to connecting with families, educators, and community members across District D in the coming weeks to listen to your ideas and discuss how we can work together to move our schools forward. And he's also lobbying. District D is stacked. First New Light Baptist Church, he's the pastor. So you got a pastor now. All right. Same district. District D is stacked, you guys. You guys have options. Southern University A&M, Rapides Finance. This is Christopher Caffrey, Dr. Christopher Caffrey. That I guess that's the extent of what he wanted to put up there. But that's also District D. Now, Brother Jules Graham
of Alexandria. And ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, I gotta change the audio input. So apparently, ever since we had this conversation on this show about and brought attention to it, it's good that everybody's been picking it up. And I'm so glad Brother Jules went out. This is the second time going out there, by the way. And
speaking of the,
and he's done. Hold on, he's done a good thing by putting this stuff. They do have a hidden agenda. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're gonna need a picture of him. He can't see nobody. Can't trust him. That's okay. So Brother Jules goes back out to Sanctuary, and this is his observation. Let me see if I can get a little bit of it. This is his observation.
Good afternoon. This is Jules Green back out at the Sanctuary of Alexandria. And ladies and gentlemen, I was out here June the 3rd with the residents speaking of the trash situation. And we're back at ground zero. Trash in this dumpster, that dumpster, and further down all over. I'm going to speak with the management in just a moment to see why the trash is back as it was. Undoubtedly, somebody's not paying their bill, but a resident that I did speak with that asked to be kept off of camera said that they do not want to be on camera about what's going on out here. They have an outside entity, so it's bad. And again, they're keeping the grass cut for now, but the trash factor, this is not necessary to be done. And again, I do want you all to know that it's deplorable that you have to live in these kind of conditions. Your children have to go to the bus stop and pass by this stench. And you see all of what I'm looking at right now. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dumpsters that are providing this type of situation and living statuses for these citizens. So I do want you all to know it needs to be taken care of. I went to the health department before. Look like I'll have to be revisiting the health department to let them know again, the problem has manifested all over. Again, the city wants to incorporate new code enforcement, but we're not enforcing the ones that we currently have on the book, as far as my concern. I'm just one person on the council, but this is unbelievable that you cannot keep the sanitation area where you live at, pay rent at, and have these people maintain a proper and decent environment for the citizens that pay their money, Section 8 or not. Everybody out here is not on Section 8. So again, it's bad. And I just want you all to know that they are keeping the grass cut for now. But the problem is, the ladies say the rats are so big. This is a health issue. This is a health issue. Again, I'm Jules Green, City Councilman at Large, out here at the Sanctuary of Alexandria, right off of MacArthur Drive. And I'm going to report it again and see what we can do to rectify this problem for these people. 2026, you should not have to live like this. Again, thank you kindly for watching and listening. Jules Green, City Councilman at Large. Thank you again.
Can you believe that there's people out there with such good hearts, such deep pockets, that they would let this happen every single day? Somebody said something to me the other day. It threw me off. That's why I be careful when I be speaking, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But, you know, all these wonderful people that we go to church with, all these holy rollers, all these hardcore Christians, Pentecostals, whatever your denomination. And never not one time did they say, hey, let's do something about these disparities. Hey, let's do something about lifting up one of these communities. Hey, let's pick a community besides our own to help. Never not one time. You know? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not, you know, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, there's a lot of well-meaning people out here that don't never get shit done. But I do want to say I appreciate Brother Jules for going out there and actually being invested enough to go, because I ain't never seen Jim Villard out there. Jim Villard probably don't even know if this is in the city or not.
Most likely he don't.
Yeah, he probably don't even know if this is in the city or not.
Most likely he don't know it's in the city.
Mr. Tasha say this. Look what Ms. Tasha said. Yeah.
She said that's not the folks that stay out there just dumping their trash. It's the folks who don't live out there dumping their trash as well. So that's why cameras are important. That's why cameras are important. You can see who's driving up. Let me tell you something what cameras will do in a complex, an apartment complex. You can have the license plates of everybody who are residents out there. Everybody else who don't have license plates on, they're not residents out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I know in my place, they give us it's like a parking sticker. So if you don't have a parking sticker, you don't. Yeah.
Exactly. And you are allowed to have visitors, not to say you can't have visitors.
Yeah, visitors, but you got to have a parking sticker.
So, and that's what I'm saying. So if they had cameras in those areas, they can see who's dumping it. They can definitely see who's dumping it. And they can see it's not the people from the area.
All right. I guess you can say that we're officially on the mayor's shit list. When you are a community activist and you point out the wrong in your city, you have to be willing to make enemies. So the enemy is the head honcho of the city. So what? Be sure to get out an early vote and vote on election day. So I think we caught up. Yeah, we caught up. Yeah, folks, I don't, the thing is, right, with us not being able to fully vet this program, that is, so hold on, I got it, wait. Hold on, I got an inbox from a guy that offered to come out there with a big garbage dumpster to pick it up. Oh, wait a minute, but he said that the residents said that they haven't dumped the trash in weeks. It makes you wonder, is it Waste Connections not doing the work, or is it the apartment complex not paying Waste Connection? We came to the conclusion that it was the apartment complex not paying Waste Connection.
Yeah, that's what a lot of them were saying. Yep.
Yeah, that's the conclusion.
And that's a damn shame.
It is. Those people
because we collect their rent, so how you don't have the money?
Because so we showed you where the owners are at, where the people that actually own a apartment complex. We showed you that they were in, what was it, Shreveport? Yeah, they were in Shreveport. Oh, there's the guy that offered to pick up the trash right there. Oh, Mr. Jerry Dell? Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure those people would definitely appreciate that. And go through the city to do it. That way, the city, you can be compensated somehow, because nobody should be working for free. I understand the goodness of your heart, but the city of Alexandria does need to take some type of culpability, some type of responsibility for leaving them people like that. They should.
And it actually took a delivery driver to send Wise KT those pictures. So somebody who doesn't even stay there.
Yeah. And this is, like I said, guys, just because we didn't go as far as we wanted to, this is still Renters' Rights Awareness Month. Right? So there's absolutely zero grounds for anybody to be living in these type of deplorable conditions. And I don't care where you're at in the city. You have a landlord. And I tell you what, we've been kind of noodling this around. I do want to come up with a system where if you're having issues with your landlord and getting things fixed, we need to assist those that are doing it the right way. So if you got a bad landlord, we're going to try to come up with some type of system to where we can get you to fill out some paperwork and we can file that away. And when it's time to actually organize this renters registry, we'll have the information. Also, it'll assist in cases, in matters where you have to take your landlord to court, right? We can help you organize your paperwork, because you have to be organized. You have to follow the guidelines so that you can win on the other side. You have to write that letter first. And I'm telling you, you guys over there at Sanctuary, both of the sanctuaries, all of you need to be writing a letter to your landlord complaining about the conditions, and be specific. Be specific. And it's not just for sanctuaries, it's for anybody that rents. Write that initial letter to your landlord and let them know what needs to be repaired and what the conditions are. Because 9 times out of 10, your landlord does not even know, he wouldn't know your name if he saw it on the list. Or maybe he would. But either way it goes, as long as you're going by the conditions of your lease, you have the right to write him that letter to initiate that process of a paper trail. Because without a paper trail, you're gonna be lost in the sauce. They're gonna come out on the upside of that. You're gonna go to court, whether it's eviction court or otherwise, and you're gonna lose. Oh snap! Look who it is, Monsignor Porter. Oh wait,
bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour, mon frère.
Yeah, I'm still stateside. So.
See,
okay.
You don't hear
Did he try to correct us? Did he try
to correct us?
You can speak English. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm no longer.
What's going on, brother? How you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm wore out. I'm tired as could be. But,
all that turbulence, I know, right?
What's that?
All that
turbulence. A lot of turbulence.
Yeah. Other communities have part of their municipal ordinances where renters must comply with certain rules, and the city. So to be able to rent property, you have to declare that this property is rental property. So you can't just do it on your own. Oh, I'm going to rent out my house, or I'm going to do this. You have to declare that your property is rental property. And now your property falls under the set of ordinances for that community. And that gets to what you're talking about, where if an individual who's renting has issues, they typically have no one to turn to if the municipality doesn't have ordinances to govern that, And now Alexandria does not have that. So that's one of the downfalls of renting in Alexandria.
Not to put you on the spot, Mr. Porter, but would you advocate for that once elected?
Yeah, because so many of our neighborhoods are going down that route. I mean, look at Morton Park. Morton Park used to be a really nice middle class neighborhood, but some of the early owners of residences there, they have moved somewhere else and they're renting out their property. So, you have several neighborhoods that are falling into that arena. And if the landlord, the owner, does not maintain that property, and they're renting it to people, now when they have an issue, where do they turn? So yeah, I do feel there's a need for that, and I certainly support something like that. We don't have to reinvent the wheel on that, because other cities have those type ordinances. So we could beg, borrow, and steal from them and put together something that would fit our town of 45,000 people. That's a big issue in the Sonia quarters, where you have the row houses that a lot of people have picked up at a sheriff's auction, and they haven't made any improvement to those homes, but they're renting them out. And when people try to get something repaired there, the roof repaired or the floor repaired or the porch, the landlord is unresponsive. They will not come out and spend any money on those structures. So these folks have nowhere else to turn. And then here's where the law does not protect them. If they say you're not replacing the roof or repairing the roof or repairing the floor, I will stop paying rent. Well, now the person who is renting the place is in violation of their rental agreement, and they the ones that get dragged into court, evicted, and stuff like that, instead of the landlord who forced them to take that action. So what it's sad to say, but if you're in a situation like that, one of the things you really must do to get justice is to continue paying your rent. And it seems like a lost cause, but down the road, you get to court if it goes there, and you'll get ruled against because you violated the rental agreement. I would support ordinances that support that.
Mr. Porter, but there is another side to that. There is a way that you can hold back the rent when something like this happens. There is a way. I can't remember what it is.
Oh no! You have to have the paper trail.
Yeah, that paper trail.
That paper trail is everything.
That you have been constantly telling your landlord about that, and in order for him, or you can repair it yourself and take it out.
And add it. You have to take it out, but
that
you
has
have to give them receipt.
Prior agreement with you and the landlord.
Listen what I'm saying. When and if it comes to that, what you will have to do, make those repairs out of your own pocket. You take that receipt and you put it to your rent, and you deduct that amount from your rent, and you give him that receipt.
As long as he have a copy of it, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What's going on, Rock? That's my homegirl, Rock. Y'all. I got a whole nother lifestyle that I kick it with on TikTok, and we be politicking about these cases. And Miss Tay, aka Rock, is one of my homies. So, that leads me to this point. Don't get in these courtrooms with these landlords and think you're gonna win without that paperwork. You know,
And
you
that's
got to go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're correct. I'm disagreeing with you. You have to have your paperwork. Don't say you forgot. Don't say, well, I didn't have. No, get you a folder. And we talked about this on the show before. Get you a folder, put on there rental, your address, and your name, and put your rental agreement in there, all your receipts from paying your rent. Keep up with all of that. The bank, letting it come from your bank account is fine, but still have it on paper. Put a folder away, lock it up, whatever, but make sure you have all that stuff. So just in case something happens, you have your paperwork, because people don't seem to understand how important that paperwork is. It has to be. And a lot of people get caught up in the courtroom, like you said, Tara, get caught up in the courtroom and they don't have what they need and they lose their case.
I'm telling you, I beat my landlord. I beat mine. I beat my old one. The new one, I don't even have a problem with my new one. But here we go, guys. What everybody's been waiting for, our take on, and I still haven't watched it. So we're watching this together. Okay. So there's no cheating. Go ahead and share this out. Go ahead and hit the, hold on. Where's the button at? Yeah, there we go. If you got us on your Facebook, like this post, follow this page, whether you're watching us on Universal Collector Network or you're watching the Can We Be Frank Show fan page, or whoever shared this to you, go back and like their page. How about that? We're gonna start this like train going, because I know a lot of people share it. So get your likes on as well. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, like and subscribe to the channels, the AKK Network, and I forget what the other one. I think we got, but the other one's for redundancy, because Facebook has a problem with keeping our videos up for longer than 30 days. So we do have an archive of all of these shows. They're on YouTube, all of them, even the ones you can't find on Facebook. All right. So like and subscribe, do the thing, the boost or whatever. I don't know. It's just too much to keep up with. But here we are, guys. Here we are. City Council meeting, finally. Here we go.
Mr. Larvey, it's 4:30 p.m. First item to hear from Mr. Chris Massengale, President and CEO of Louisiana Central. Number two, to hear a quarterly report from the administration on minority contracts and permits. Footnote, Alexandria City Council meetings and council committee meetings are broadcast live and may be viewed by the public on Optimum Channel 4. A rebroadcast may be viewed on Optimum Cable Channel 4 and the City of Alexandria website, which is www.cityofalexandria.gov. Mr. Massengale, good afternoon and thank you for coming. It's your hour.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate that. And good afternoon, everybody. It's always a pleasure to be back in front of you. In fact, as I stand before you today, I was reminded earlier this morning, this is my 1-year anniversary today.
Oh,
so thank you for keeping me a year. And I hope there's.
You know those impressions I'll be doing? Spot on. Spot on.
Everybody loves an ass kisser.
I've been on it. I've been doing it. Thank you guys. I've been on it. I'm going to cut him some slack.
Many more to come. And it has been a fast year. In fact, I think when I spoke to you last, I'd been on the job about 111 days. We're in the middle of the We Make Good Stuff Roadshow, traveling over 1,700 miles, 700 individual meetings with the business leaders and community leaders across the region. When we kicked that off at the Rapides Foundation, their annual event, I said, look, I want to do 100 meetings. And we ended up doing literally over 700 meetings in the course of that very short time frame. And it was a wonderful experience for me. I got a chance to really understand the region and our communities in a much more deeper way. And since then, too, we've launched our 10 parish comprehensive economic development plan, one of the first real in-depth strategic plan that we've had in a region. We did that on 318 Day, was excited to do that. And you might remember that plan is really anchored on 4 pillars of opportunity. The first one is really elevating your regional economic development organization, making sure that we are building the technical expertise, the know-how, the understanding of what we're doing in economic development to elevate our success, to elevate the opportunities that we have, that I believe that we have in this region. And that first one is really elevating the work that we do, elevating the organization so we can be effective. And then the second pillar is really the work itself, the way that we go about economic development. There are 16 practice areas of economic development. Now, you can't be all things to all people, but the reality of it is that when you're the designated regional economic development organization, you've got to have an understanding of all 16. And when are you going to deploy that specialty, that understanding in your communities, working with your government partners, working with your business leaders? And we're going to be much more proactive on that front. In fact, we already are. And hopefully you all have been seeing some of that work. Because really, at the end of the day, my focus every morning is how are we creating opportunities? How are we helping to create jobs? And how are we recruiting more capital investment? That is my focus. That is my job. And that's what this regional economic development organization is centered in all the time. Now, at the same time that I say that to you, I recognize that we also can't be a one-trick pony. Economic development is much more than just a job announcement. It's much more than just one company. It has to be holistic. We have to look at quality of life. We have to look at infrastructure. We have to look at quality of place. We have to look at workforce training and education. When you're doing economic development, you got to also recognize that you can recruit all the jobs you want. You can help the existing businesses expand, but if they don't want to live here, that could be a problem. And so understanding the importance of those issues is critical to economic development, and we're going to continue to do that. And then third is that strategic initiatives and partnerships. It's about strengthening the relationships that we have with our partners, including our government partners, recognizing what we can do as the regional economic development organization to leverage, to help expand vision and mission, to make sure that we are being good partners, that we are elevating the engagement that we have and being good collaborators. And then fourth, which I think is also very important for Central Louisiana, and that's about changing the narrative. It certainly has not been lost on me in the course of now me being here a full year to understand we have a lot more work to do to educate our own people about the good things that are happening, about why it is a good place to be in Central Louisiana, why it does matter being in Rapides and Alexandria and Pineville, why we are the economic anchor for this entire part of the state. We got to take more pride in ourselves and our community, and we got to make sure we're telling our own story instead of letting other people tell our story. And certainly those people who want to drop in the dark of night and take a video camera and take pictures of some of the worst parts of our community.
What? Wait, what? What is he even talking about?
Wait a minute. So you got people who drop in the dark of the night and come take pictures of the worst sides of the
fuck are they, fucking G.I. Joes?
That's kind of weird.
You know, I think they're referring to those 2 or 3 videos that people were passing through Alexandria and took videos and posted them, and they went viral. I'm surprised at that even caught their eye. But I mean, there was a lot of views, you know.
What was the videos about, Mr. Porter?
One video in particular was somebody who was traveling to another place, but got off the interstate and was driving through Alexandria and looking at these rundown homes on the street and just filmed it and posted it and let them know, look, I'm in Alexandria, Louisiana, and this is what it looks like. And it got a whole bunch of views. And I'm not sure if they were in the Sonia Quarter or if they were in, in District 1. So I'm not sure exactly what street, but you would recognize it, the ones who very familiar with Alexandria. But there were like 3 different ones that was done like that. And they're not people that live in Alexandria. They're just people that were passing through. And it went viral.
Damn. I didn't see it.
And I'm wondering if he's referring to that.
I'm wondering if
it was
he's
not
talking
the
about
middle
that.
of the night. That was during the daytime. The folks got off the interstate and were surprised at what where they landed once they took an exit off of the interstate. And they're like, man, this is pretty bad. I'm sure y'all could find it. I bet Shamir could find it on YouTube somewhere.
I know, mate. We gotta be careful how we task Shamir with stuff because she get mad. Ma'am, are you familiar with what we're speaking of?
I had to step away. I'm sorry.
I think it's a YouTube video, Mr. Porter.
Yes, sir. Miss Latasha said, yes, sir. I seen that video. I believe they were down 3rd.
Okay, on 3rd Street. Okay.
You
All right.
Yeah.
It's on
And
you. You let it happen.
I'm thinking
You let it happen.
that's
I'm
what.
sorry. You let it happen though.
Oh, she's
I'm fussing at these dogs.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Porter.
Yeah. But look, there were 3 of them done. There was 2 others, and they were done by different people and different times. Not all in the same time period. But so Miss Latasha, she recalls one that I was referring to. Now the question is, I'm wondering if this guy is actually talking about those videos. He may be talking about something entirely different that I'm not familiar with.
I thought he, like, when he said it, I thought he was talking about Nat. Or one of Shamir's videos, but let's see.
Will you name me one city in America that doesn't have challenges, that doesn't have a few headwinds? Does it mean that we don't recognize them?
Hey, I keep hearing this word challenges. Are they talking about the Black communities?
I don't know. Let's see if they use that keyword slum.
They're okay.
That we don't understand that they exist and that we need to continue to double down on strategies to make sure that we are investing in areas of our community that need it. But to come and to try to take advantage of that in a negative way, no. No, I'm a big believer as a practicing economic developer. You're going to punch my community, I'm going to punch you back. And that's exactly what we're doing, and we're going to continue to do it to create our own narrative about our people and our community, because we want to make sure people understand this is a special place, and we've got the right kind of assets and the right kind of people to even be more successful, and we're going to continue to do that. Just want to share with you a couple of other things just in the context of the last year. I've truly been flying and building the plane at the same time. This has been a full retool and a reboot of the Regional Economic Development Organization. And while we've been kind of retooling the organization to elevate our subject matter expertise and the technical work, I think it's important to kind of share with you that in that time period, $4.2 billion of new capital investment, that but for the work that we're doing, but for the collaboration and the technical expertise and leading on projects that have come to us either through LED or through our other partners like CLECO and our other partners around the region, that is a pretty significant number. Obviously, the data center is a big part of that. But I would also share with you.
What? Wait, what? So
the data center is primarily.
Yes, they said he was the one who sweet talked and maneuvered the data centers. So he's not really a big fan of the citizens, to be honest with you. From what I think I got the gist of what they were saying was the idea that he was the one kind of orchestrating and maneuvering and facilitating the ideal that the data centers come here. He sounds like he just sounds like a good salesman. He reminds me of Jock Roy. He really does.
Well, you know, he said these 700 meetings, right? So he's practiced this. He's gotten plenty of radio play with what he's saying. So
yeah.
In the context of me just sharing some information with you, that we've actually had $3.15 billion of expansion work that we've also been facilitating throughout the 10 parishes below the radar screen without a lot of fanfare because of the tech.
So you managed to move around $3 billion through 10 parishes, low key. How is that even possible? You can't just move that amount of money.
Yes, you
around.
can. In a corrupt society, yes, you can.
Okay. Ms. Porter, do you have anything?
Well, look, City of Alexandria takes in 241 million a year, right?
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine $3 billion being invested, even if it's a 10 parish area? But I mean, even if we saw 300 million of that totally swamps our revenue. You would see something. You would see the impact of that. That's more. That would more than double what the city takes in and spends every year.
Just a tenth of it.
Yes. Just 300 million. Just 1/10 of that 3 billion. You would see the impact of that somewhere, everywhere, really.
Everywhere.
Because you're essentially doubling the amount of money that's being spent in this area. Now, we don't see that. We don't see a doubling of money that's being spent in this area. So that means we're being, if that is actually happening, it's not happening here. But even if it was happening somewhere else, as soon as we get on I-49, headed either to Lafayette or to Shreveport, we would see some of this, right?
A Hollywood sign or something.
We would see, wow, that's new. What is going up there? Or that's different. Or, you know, we would see something. But what we see is that data center on the side of I-49. Now, that's most of that $3 billion he's talking about. That's most of it.
But thank you for that answer, because I needed some clarity on that. Like $3 billion.
Technical work that is required to do that. We've got almost 622 million of expansion projects that we're working right now that are active projects that we haven't announced yet. So there is activity going on. There are good things happening. The pipeline continues to be robust because we're being proactive. We're not sitting back and waiting. Nobody's going to come and save us. We got to make sure that we're doing our part to position Alexandria and Pineville and Rapides Parish and all 10 parishes to capture the opportunities when they come to us. And I think one of my messages tonight is that, one, know that I'm here to be a partner, that I want to be a collaborator with you, because quite frankly, I believe one of my directives is to not just be your chief economic development officer, your chief advisor, but also your chief promoter and your chief partner. So you invite me in, I'll be here. I don't invite myself because we serve 10 parishes. Our office is here. We're happy to collaborate. We want a partner. And all you got to do is invite me to the table, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And I'm also thankful for the relationship and the partnership that we have with the city of Alexandria.
Do what? There go the
Here we go
tables
with these
again?
tables again, man.
Listen. I built the table. I just need to come have a seat. Isn't that what Reddick said? Reddick said, I built the table. I'm going to stop.
You all have been super supportive on many of our endeavors in the year that I've been here. I appreciate that a great deal. Most recently with what we call Project Jerry, now that you all know is Coca-Cola bottling. We're very excited about that project. $106 million of new investment, almost 5.8 million in.
Isn't it ironic how he all of a sudden ended up here at the meeting after that whole expansion?
I'm really sick of the irony. Isn't it ironic Jock showed up and it has absolutely zero to do with the city of Alexandria?
Right. That's on the England Airport Authority. We don't get anything from that whatsoever.
I guess he was just there to show his support.
Well, just for a photo op. And then if some of the folks from Alexandria are actually hired out there, that's great. But I tell you what, they're talking about 75 jobs out there. I'm pretty sure, like Nat was telling us a couple of months ago, those people are probably already there, and all they're going to do is bring in artificial intelligence, robotics, computerized equipment. It's not going to be labor intensive type work there. They're probably going to do more with that expansion with the same people that they have there.
Because it's just smart business. It's a good way to save money, and you don't have to hire no new people. You don't have to vet nobody new.
Right. And there may be some new jobs that's required because of the new equipment coming in, higher tech, smart, new generation type equipment, but that the current employees are not capable of working on, operating, or maintaining, so there could be some new jobs there, but anybody that's moving in to start a new facility, they're not coming in with labor intensive type jobs. They're coming in with all the technology they can muster and apply, which means that's going to be fewer and fewer people that'll be working in these facilities. All you have to do is look at that Amazon facility right outside Lafayette. Folks was thinking that was going to be a whole bunch of jobs. And after the construction ended, the actual jobs there, nowhere near what was projected. Nowhere near.
New payroll. Almost $26 million of new taxes will be coming in the door because of that project. And it will have a direct impact, a positive impact on the city and the parish and the area that it's expanding in. And I'm very excited about that. Let me also share with you that here's kind of where we are from an economic landscape across the region and the contribution that Alexandria makes to that landscape. We're about an $18.8 billion GDP in all 10 parishes. And for the Alexandria Metro, we are the economic anchor. Alexandria is the economic anchor, supporting over 69,000 jobs just in Alexandria.
What? Why are these people playing in our face, man? Why are these people playing like this, man? Because see, one thing I do know about is numbers. He's saying that there's enough jobs in Alexandria for everybody in Alexandria, man, woman, and child, to have 2 jobs. 2.5 jobs, 2 3/4 jobs.
He's saying 69,000 jobs in a town that has a population of 45,000.
He said 96,000.
Oh, I thought he said 69.
Let me run it back because you might be right.
Across the region and the contribution that Alexandria makes to that landscape. We're about an $18.8 billion GDP in all 10 parishes. And for the Alexandria Metro, we are the economic anchor. Alexandria is the economic anchor, supporting over 69,000 jobs just in Alexandria.
69,000 jobs in Alexandria.
For a population of 45,000.
Who lying to who?
I don't know. I don't know. If it's that many jobs, that means people who don't live here got a whole bunch of jobs because we got high unemployment in Alexandria. So if there truly are those jobs in Alexandria, that means people from outside are coming into Alexandria to work.
Well, okay, so how? Never mind. I'll wait. Because I'm going to ask.
Billion of our regional economy. You're supporting major industry sectors from wood products, chemicals, electrical equipment, manufacturing, machinery is all based right here. Now, areas for us that we're still paying attention to, you might have seen some of this in the news lately. we're really focused on labor participation. We've got about a 59% labor participation right now, and we've got to double down on that. We've seen an uptick in the state. We've seen some improvement, but guess what? We have not seen that improvement here. We got to do everything we can to make sure we're working strategically, intentionally, in a collaborative fashion to bring strategies to the table to deal with labor participation. We can't afford to let one person be on the sidelines. We need the workforce. We have an amazing skilled workforce right now, but we have to add to it. And that is a major area for us in economic development because it will have a huge impact on every one of our communities, particularly for Rapides Parish, because we are the economic anchor for the entire region. And we need everybody. We need all people having an opportunity to take part in the new jobs that are being created and to see opportunities fulfilled for their families. And that is a big commitment that we have moving forward. I think I'd also just share with you that as we look to the future, our focus is not going to change. It is about implementing our strategic plan. You're going to find with me that I am very focused. You don't do those plans. You don't go through that exercise. You don't hear from the public. You don't hear from your community leaders and business leaders and then put it on the shelf and just keep doing what you've been doing. I think we've heard the old saying, you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. And we can't keep doing that.
Right.
And that's why I'm here.
No, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'm not here to accept status quo. I'm not here to accept complacency. And I will challenge complacency because it's part of my job to do that. This is an amazing place. We have tremendous assets, and I believe that we can compete. In fact, we're doing it. We are competing. Why? We're building an organization even to do more because we're not going to be passive. We're going to go out, we're going to put the pads on, we're going to get in the field, and we're going to compete to the strongest of our ability. And so we're going to continue to do that. You know, I also love sharing sometimes with communities, particularly when you're the economic anchor. I just want to share a couple more numbers as I kind of round out, Mr. Chairman, and I'll sit down because I obviously don't want to dominate your agenda. But I certainly want to give you a little bit of an appreciation of the contribution that Alexandria makes. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 major sectors that we follow pretty consistently: healthcare, manufacturing, the agricultural space, defense, aerospace. Speaking about aerospace, maybe you all saw that small little announcement that the state made this morning having to do with some rockets going to outer space. Well, let me put.
Yeah, what he's talking about is your governor sold some land to Elon Musk so he can build him a space station somewhere in Louisiana. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. But they're excited about it. I'm not, but they are. So
put that in perspective a little bit, because we've been saying transformational as it relates to the data center. And that's really a $3.2 billion project that will ultimately be almost $7 billion to $10 billion once it's fully realized. If you have a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old at home and you ask them, hey, will you start counting from 1 all the way to 1 billion? Anybody want to take a guess on how long it will take them to count to 1 billion? Even taking in breaks, taking considerations, but for every minute that is available for that 7-year-old to count to 1 billion, 32 years for that young person to count to 1 billion. And our data center project is 7 billion. The SpaceX announcement was 100 billion. The state of Louisiana's state budget is 4750 billion. This one project is 100 billion. Needless to say,
is he essentially saying that Elon Musk just bought Louisiana? Because I'm confused. What does SpaceX have to do with Alexandria?
I don't know, and I guess we have to wait and see where that location of that facility is going to be.
Oh, it's going to South Louisiana off one of them islands.
You know that for sure?
I think so. It might. Hey, listen, it might be in Pineville. You know what I mean? It might be in the Sawyer quarters for all we know. I don't know. It's just a lot of talking and a lot of hoopla, if you will. That data center doesn't have anything to do with Alexandria. Yeah, Yeah, okay.
that in the next 10 years, 11,000 jobs is going to have a transformational catalytic opportunity for the entire state. Now, why am I bringing that up to you? Because from where I'm sitting,
He must be listening to us or something, because I want to know why.
recognizing that we have about 1,500 indirect aerospace jobs that's supported in Alexandria, Pineville alone. And then when you add the defense, which is one of our biggest impacts to our local economy, we're actually setting, I think, in a very strategic position to take advantage of that type of announcement. Because the industry clusters that support that, we are well positioned for. When it comes to metal fabrication, when it comes to adhesives, plastics, you have an entire industry cluster. And with our geographical location being out of the hurricane zone, I believe it's going to open up some more opportunities for us to recruit new capital investment in the aerospace specifically, because you're already contributing to that industry sector now. And
oh, he's saying they can repurpose some of the stuff that we're doing, some of the products that we create in the Central Louisiana area, and sell it to Elon? Or I think that's what he's saying. Okay.
we have room. We have the location and sites. In fact, I'm so excited to let you know that now we have been brought in to help with the redevelopment of the old IP site. That is probably going to end up being one of the top 5 industrial manufacturing sites in the entire state. And now economic development is leading from the front on the redevelopment of one of the state's top industrial sites in the entire state, opening us up for opportunities in aerospace manufacturing, secondary supply chain manufacturing. I am so excited. I'm trying to kind of regulate my enthusiasm because
Brother Nat just pointed out something. He said he's a damn lie because all that stuff is made down south because he hauls it. And that's that on there, folks. I can't argue with the person that delivers it. You know what I mean? But let's continue to listen.
this announcement is so timely with everything else that's happening. We have an amazing flywheel effect that's going on here in Central Louisiana. And so I just want to say thank you for letting me come and just have a couple of minutes to report on what we're doing. We're not going to slow down. In fact, we're building the team. I've got a new team member with me now, my new Vice President for Strategic Initiatives and Partnership, Lindsey Green. And she's added tremendous capacity. We're going to continue to build the organization because when you call on me, I want to be ready. I want to be responsive. And I am committed to your mission and your vision. And I'll certainly open myself up to questions.
In your forecasting of needs, what skill sets are we down there and need to develop?
We need all the welders we can get. We need all the pipe fitters. We need all the electricians. We need all the computer programmers. And here's what's kind of neat. Not only do we need the traditional 4-year track, but we also need those stackable credentials. We also need the trades in ways that we have not seen in decades. With all the projects that we have in the pipeline, with the projects that are in the construction phase, we need to double down on that. Even when the data center is fully operational, those jobs still fall into HVAC, security, computer programming, and these are unbelievable. 215 of those jobs are going to be making $91,000 or more. Not with a 4-year college degree, with stackable credentials. Pretty important.
Mr. Messer,
We can't produce enough.
yes,
sir.
Has the trade school been notified of this new announcement, and are they going to be responding accordingly?
The whole state is responding. In fact, this is a great example of Governor Landry's whole of government. They've been working very strategically. Now for us, our focus has still been on elevating the trades just because of our own projects that we have right here. But we know we're going to be in a position to do more, and we need more. We need to scale programs in ways that we hadn't even thought about.
Now, can you give me some of the pros and cons about the data center?
Yeah. So the cons, I'd be hard pressed outside of.
Yeah, they already spent the money. He better not come up with too many cons. Listen, I'm gonna have a hard time coming up with some cons. All right. Let's say your water's gonna be cleaner, your electricity is gonna be cheaper. We're gonna be able to get some of that money into your neighborhoods and fix up those roads, get you some ditches, some sidewalks. We're gonna be able to go underground and redo all that piping, water piping, so you don't have any more brown water. Let's see if he says any of that.
I think what typically happens is that, particularly in the landscape that we're in, folks have taken a lot of misinformation, particularly the stuff that they found on the internet while they're going through ChatGPT and others, which is a little ironic because you're supporting the data center operations. It's not going away. In fact, what research is telling us, forecasters are telling us, we're not even scratching the surface with the high compute need that we need, not only from a national security standpoint, but just building the infrastructure we need to maintain the demand that we have. These phones that are in your pocket are more powerful now than they ever have been, and that's not going to stop. I think the areas that people, I think, oftentimes get a lot of misinformation.
Spokesperson for data centers?
He is. He absolutely didn't hear what Miss Alita just said. He was one of the people at the table.
He was at the table.
Oh yeah, duh.
It ain't going to be 215 people that work at that data center. I haul Magisol to those data centers, and it cools the water. He supports the governor and Elon Musk, so you know he's a Trump supporter. But he's economic development, right? Quote unquote. Let's see how this plays out. Jeez.
Is utilities. It's going to come back onto the ratepayers. That is not the case. Applied Digital is paying for 100% of the added infrastructure for the utility costs. That is not coming back onto the ratepayer. The second most widely question that we get is on the water use. Well, the water use is actually the equivalent of about a half a dozen homes because it's being used for the employees' bathrooms and break rooms, et cetera. It's not, that's right. It is a loop system that they bring in, and minimal water use as it relates to what even some folks have experienced in the first couple of generations of data centers. Yes, there are some data centers that the technology, they used a lot of water, but that's not the case now with with the next gen of the data centers. The other one is particularly sometimes communities are, they ask a lot of questions about housing, and we try to actually provide information. Hey, are you prepared for the influx of housing, particularly on construction? Do you have the right ordinances in place, the right regs in place for temporary housing, work camps, et cetera? We're actually seeing that pretty smooth here. We have not heard of any major issues as it relates to that, which is a good thing. In fact, we've actually heard from your hotelers that rooms in blocks are booked out for the next 3 years.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So they've got hotel rooms in Alexandria booked out 3 years from now. Now, I want to couple this with another situation. We love the dots here. Is that why they were trying to get rid of Gator?
I'm telling you, this is going to take the place. This is what they've been trying to do, to take the place of Gator. I've been trying to tell y'all that. Okay, that's what they're attempting to do. They're trying to play it smoothly. You understand how he's saying it won't be able to do Gator because Gator is local. He's over 10 parishes. So there's a difference.
But he's saying that the hotel rooms across Alexandria let me run it back because I don't want to say that.
But Tavares, that's a plus if that's true.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to put together why was Jock Roy actively trying to take out Gator?
Oh, okay.
Because don't forget who owns these hotels. The people, what's that guy's name on the Gator board? Patel? He owns those hotels.
He's not on there.
He's no longer on the Gator board, but yes, Patel. The Patels.
So the Patel family, they own a good chunk of these hotels around Alexandria.
And in Natchitoches also.
And in Natchitoches. And don't forget the Holiday Inn Express, who's owned by Jock's cousins. We got Nat on the line. Nat, what's going on, brother?
Hey, you notice he's saying temporary housing for construction, right? When those people get through building that data center, they're leaving. It'll be a ghost town. Now, remember that lady came up there to the city council meeting to try to make a trailer park.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah,
and they wanted that water tap in there.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. I guarantee you, if you look her up, she might have a whole lot of trailer parks around the country. See, because the welders will come in from Texas and stuff like that, wherever they come. They really bring their own people. And they go, like, they'll finish this data center or next data center, and then they'll go to another one. And what people don't understand, this is for the government. This is not just no, oh, we decide to put in data centers. Look and see how much money that the government gave the data centers, and you'll understand exactly what's going on. That's all this is. They're doing that stuff. Nobody don't know nothing. And just like Boyce, you really think they gave a damn what that mayor said in Boyce? You really think they cared about, hey, boy, we'll buy this whole town out of our front pocket. You better shut up. You see, so this stuff that he's saying, you got to listen to it real good. It's not going to bring all the people that are going to come and make all that money is the people that already got the jobs somewhere else. And they're going to transfer it down here if they want to, or transfer somewhere else. Because guess what? Remember, when Union Tank came in here, we couldn't even complete the test to do the welding. Remember? Remember they had to dumb down the test for the welding in the Union Tank?
They sure did. And it wasn't us.
It wasn't us.
It wasn't us.
You see? So now, all of a sudden, you're going to bring these jobs and pay over $90,000? Where you going to get them? Who going to work? The city don't pay damn near over $50,000.
The city will fight you over 50,000. Yes.
Yeah. This is a scam. They telling everybody this is gonna be this, it's gonna be that. Go to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Right below Sheboygan, Wisconsin, they building one, and they damn near bought the whole town. Everybody over there gone. It's a lot of them, and for them to be doing that, just say, hey, look, we're gonna build a data centers, and ain't nothing you can do about it. That's what they might as well sell, you know. But this stuff that he's blowing, and the manufacturing jobs, what do Alexandria make? What do we make?
Pine wood floors.
That ain't even Alexandria. That's in Boyce.
Oh.
Make washing powder. That's in Pineville. Alexandria don't have no manufacturing jobs.
We got.
Do you know any? Tell me. I'll wait. Yeah. I ain't never heard of no manufacturing job. What is
We have that facility that's on a corner of Lee Street and Broadway.
Alco.
Yeah.
Alco.
Yes. Right.
What do they make there?
They make metal goods, aluminum and stainless steel and things like that.
Okay.
They make a host of metal type products.
What we make creosote?
Oh, that's right. You got the Stella Jones plant. That's right.
But I ain't never seen no wood on no spaceship.
That's right. Yeah.
What are you saying? It's not biodegradable? It absolutely is.
That aluminum gonna melt. That aluminum gonna melt. I'll go back to listening.
All right. You win this round. You win this round.
Centers that the technology, they used a lot of water, but that's not the case now with the next gen of the data centers. The other one is particularly sometimes communities are, they ask a lot of questions about housing, and we try to actually provide information. Hey, are you prepared for the influx of housing, particularly on construction? Do you have the right ordinances in place, the right regs in place for temporary housing, work camps, et cetera? We're actually seeing that pretty smooth here. We have not heard of any major issues as it relates to that, which is a good thing. In fact, we've actually heard from your hotelers that rooms are.
Hey, he said your hotelers. That's Alexandria. But that's not the part I wanted to catch on to. You remember when Jim Villard, when that lady came up there and Jim Villard said, hey, it looks like we can make a little bit of money off of this too.
There you go. And what they're going to be doing, selling water. Because that's exactly what they're going to sell to that RV park, is water.
And electric, no.
Who covered that? You remember when Thomas DeVee said, hey, you got a lot of water here that you can sell.
They've been telling us the whole
See
time.
how it all.
It's
They
all
been telling
coming
us the whole
together.
time. And they say work camp. You sound like there's Mexicans.
That did sound a little Nazi-ish. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but work camps do sound like prison. But I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what he meant. But
Booked out for the next 3 years. I wish we had more hotels right now. We could fill every one of them.
oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me back up a little bit because I just heard somebody say we're building them.
Seeing that pretty smooth here. We have not heard of any major issues as it relates to that, which is a good thing. In fact, we've actually heard from your hotelers that rooms in blocks are booked out for the next 3 years. I wish we had more hotels right now. We could fill every one of them. Yes, keep them coming. Please keep them.
We're building them.
Oh, okay. Look, just like what Nat said earlier, that housing is temporary. Those hotel rooms would be temporary when the data center is completed and up and operating. You won't have that demand for hotel rooms. So if you
Especially if they
build,
wasn't deporting all the Mexican people. Y'all have some workers.
Can't say that on TV.
and you see, if they actually get hotels built, look at the time frame for completing the construction of the data center. That's going to be complete in 2027. So by the time you get some of these hotels built or motels built, you won't have the demand anymore.
Right.
I mean, so economically, from a business standpoint, unless the data center is going to keep bringing in a deluge of people to come there and need hotels, you're not going to be filling those rooms anyway. But also, like Salita said, okay, if the hotel rooms in Alexandria are actually booked, that's a good thing for Alexandria. But I don't know. That's the kind of stuff you can say, but we're unable to go back and confirm
And substantiate it.
They
That's
just
my
be up there
problem.
talking.
They
They
just
just be
that's
up
what
there
I'm
talking,
saying.
trying to sell all the time. Sell their soul if they can.
Do y'all know what they call us, out of state people? They call us dumb, illiterate, country bumpkin, barefoot walking, chewing tobacco, Cajun people. They not gonna trust us with them computers, y'all. No. They not gonna trust us with that high tech stuff. You're gonna have people coming from Austin to come in and work. They probably train and then they probably work from home. Just watch. Just watch.
I hope that's not the case.
You're gonna have a security guard there. You're gonna have a security guard there. He gonna have a big belly and about two or three teeth in his mouth. But y'all go.
He's
I'm
gonna look
listening.
like Roosevelt Johnson.
Yeah, you might have a job.
Because we need more. And then just the amount of change in the time frame, right? Because this is going to take about 2 years to build out the first phase of this whole development. And you're going to see, in fact, we had some numbers given to us, and we're going to be producing some economic dashboards. We need construction to go for a certain period of time so we can track that information. Parish numbers are saying we're actually over 25% in tax collection. The city of Boyce is over 250% tax collections just in the last quarter, and we've only been in construction for 5 months. So there is a huge benefit, and it's just about positioning your community, making sure that we have the right processes in place, the ordinances in place, because we know growth is going to come as a result of it.
Is there anything that the city needs to do that it hasn't done?
Is the first part?
Is there anything the city needs to do that it hasn't done?
Well, I'm constantly advising, we always need to do temperature checks, right? When's the last time that we looked at our codes and ordinances? What does it look like for small business permitting? Because a lot of small businesses, they follow these kinds of developments. Do you have the ability to act quickly? Do you have the ability to shepherd small businesses, startups through your process without a lot of regulatory hindrance? What do your code and ordinances look like for new housing development of all?
What? Hold on.
Well, I'm constantly advising, we always need to do temperature checks, right? When's the last time that we looked at our codes and ordinances? What does it look like for small business permitting? Because a lot of small businesses, they follow these kinds of developments. Do you have the ability to act quickly? Do you have the ability to shepherd small businesses, startups through your process without a lot of regulatory hindrance?
You saying, can we cut corners?
And I disagree with some, Tavares. If Mr. Porter asked for $3 million to build homes for the citizens of Alexandria, how in the hell will we give some money and cut corners for people that's coming from out of town that's going to only be here 3 years? It don't add up to me. It don't add up. We finna have Pedro and Hector out there in that sun from sun up to sundown, building halfway homes that when the wind come through here, they go blow them down. So you mean to tell me what now that we just supposed to bow down to the data centers?
I don't like
and guess
the
what,
idea. I don't listen. I don't like the idea that if we just sat up here and looked at both of these damn sanctuaries and the conditions of these sanctuaries and we physically went through what we went through with the Bethel apartment situation. And we consistently get these stories about what's happening over in Sunset. The ceiling coming down. Literally, the ceiling came down on this young man and his family, on his child, nonetheless. And we're talking about cutting corners. We're talking about cutting more corners. But the thing is, what bothers me is, who are we cutting these corners for? The citizens or these people that aren't even here yet? This man literally just got up here and explained to you what it takes to start up a small business and support a small business. But you're telling that to an administration that shut down your incubator. I don't know, folks. I don't know, folks. Mr. Porter, did you have something?
You know what Nat said is absolutely correct. He's touting that what we need to do is develop some housing to accommodate these people. All right. But yet they were solidly against trying to develop housing where the money would come back to the city of Alexandria for their own citizens. You know, to create generational wealth, get home ownership, have people with an asset that could be passed down to descendants. No, they were not for that. But yet he's up here advocating, why don't City of Alexandria do something about housing? Well, and particularly for these anticipated workers.
People ain't even here yet.
What do your code and ordinances look like for new housing development of all sorts, of all types? We need a diversification of housing stock. We need that in the entire central Louisiana region. Not.
I wonder if they'll do it now that he's saying it, Mr. Porter. Because I know you said this years ago. You said this when you were on the council 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah. So, but that would be interesting if they go and start doing that now, right? That would be real interesting. Yeah.
Not just in Alexandria, but because Alexandria and Pineville is the economic anchor, I've encouraged both administrations on both sides of the river to be proactive on that front because it's coming. And now we have an opportunity. So can you welcome investment at the speed of business? That's the question.
Mr. Massagill.
Yes, sir.
I was noting when you say we need welders, pipe fitters, and trade workers, along with the community college. I know LSUA is getting ready to engulf in a large nursing school to help along the way. The $3.2 billion at the data center with the 91 million, $91,000 a year income, what would be the qualifications for those persons at 91,000? And how many people are expected to be able to attain that?
So about 200 of those positions will be rated with those kind of classifications. And when I tell you master plumbers, electrician, those are the positions we're talking about. And those positions will be part of that 91,000 that they'll have an opportunity to earn. And they are mandated to do that because of the arrangement and the project and the clawbacks that we have as a part of the economic development package.
And just one other thing, with the return of United, so we have Delta, United, and American.
Yes.
You get in.
Oh, that's
people in and out much better.
absolutely. That's a huge positive for the entire region. We applaud the England Economic Development and Industrial District. They serve as the Industrial Development Authority for all of Rapides Parish, including the city of Alexandria. We work with them very closely. They're our key partner in the Coca-Cola project.
Did we know this? Did anybody else know that the England Authority acts as the industrial department for the entire city or the entire parish, as it were?
Well, I mean, that's in their documentation, but what they've actually done towards that goal, it's not a whole lot. Okay. So yeah, that's embedded in their mission or their responsibility, but what they've actually done along those lines, not much.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Our key partner
So
in the data center.
Yes, sir.
So if the people renovate the Bethel apartments and renovate the sanctuary apartments, do you think they can go move over there?
How long do you think that would take?
Not 27, not. They could do it. They could start on it right now.
Absolutely not.
Well, look, let me throw this into that same line of thought. Okay, so the England Airport Authority is refurbishing or renovating the barracks on that site. They also brought in temporary trailers, and that's so that they can house 500 immigrants for deportation. So now once Trump is gone, what do you think those and that deportation thing ends? What do you think they're going to do with those refurbished units and temporary trailers that's there?
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna use that as housing. You know,
Links on the bayou. No, I'm just saying. Housing for who, Mr. Porter?
For the truck drivers and stuff like that. Y'all notice, them truck drivers are not from Alexandria. That's hauling their dirt and stuff. They're not from Alexandria. Half of them can't speak English. They just look at you and smile. Hey man, you're going the wrong way. He just steady smiling and waving. Look at the dumb truck drivers. They're not from here. So who is that helping? If they're not from here. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
Project, and that's a good thing. So bring us more. Having more options, more flights, more opportunities creates more synergies and more opportunities for business.
All right, sir. Any other questions?
I don't have a question, but I want to thank you, Mr. Chris, for having an open door policy. You have always invited me to your meetings and to share with the projects that you have done. And I want to thank you for that. And you have a wonderful partner,
She's
Ms.
been
Green,
doing that with certain
that is super dynamic. So
do what?
I said she stayed doing that with certain people, praising the ground they walk on.
Tell her she can quit tiptoeing. Tell her quit tap dancing Quit tap.
Ease up. Come on, y'all. We were doing good, guys. We weren't making fun of people. But she is tap dancing.
We appreciate you, and we hope that you continue to inform us on all the projects that you have.
Thank you, Councilwoman Perry. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
You use the phrase labor participation. What does that mean?
So, good question. So, it used to be the unemployment rate. For decades, we would follow the unemployment rate, and it's still important. But what we've recognized now in the new economy, it's not the unemployment rate. It is the labor participation rate, because it tells us the number of individuals that are either looking for a job or are employed. So there is a whole subset of individuals for a lot of good reasons. Most of the time, it's transportation and childcare. There could be some educational, there could be some health related. There are a small subset of that have to be on the sidelines for some legitimate reasons. But what we're finding when we're studying this issue, it really is transportation and childcare are the two biggest impediments for individuals getting back into the workforce. And for us, it's the raw numbers. It's the individuals that we have to recruit to go to work in one of our businesses.
So is it transportation in Alexandria or just in general transportation?
It's in general. That's usually across the board. When you dive into it, that barrier is across the board. And we're finding that all over. It's not just an Alexandria issue, it's a statewide issue, because when you are interviewing, when you're looking and when you're investigating, when you're looking at the research, the two biggest impediments for people not getting into the workforce is transportation and childcare.
And childcare is very important because we want births.
It's critical.
We need births. Yeah.
If I was Elon Musk for a day, I'd take all that money and I'd put it into childcare.
Nobody didn't ask him about Elon Musk. He asked you about.
He act like he running for a beauty pageant or something.
And the part about it, Tavares, is they're looking at okay, this is Louisiana. A lot of people ain't gonna work for no $7.25 an hour. This is the lowest paying state in the country, besides Mississippi and Alabama, I think. And you really think somebody gonna get off their behind and go to work for $7.25? What am I going to work for? I can't afford rent. I can't afford too much food. So what's use me going to work? I just sit in and collect food stamps welfare. I come out a little better. They put me on housing.
1 hour work. 1 hour work for $7.25.
Yeah, that's before taxes.
So so I get me a house and pay $5 a month rent and get food stamps till times get better, and I'll go back to school. But starting off, hey man, I can't make no money.
You making about $6.95 an hour,
and then they go take insurance out of that. And they're talking about cars and child care. I can't do nothing but make babies. I can't go nowhere. It's the pay. See how that don't make no sense? In Louisiana anyway.
Then y'all celebrate banning abortions in most of the states, but then you cut people off on food stamps, housing, and everything else. So
it's a bottleneck thing.
How they supposed to take care of their kids? Like,
they trying to. It's a bottleneck thing. They're trying to. If you can stress somebody out, that's exactly what I feel like. They're just stressing people out. There's people that got money that ain't got to worry about it, that make 120 plus a year. And it's just like, it feels like they're just trying to stress people out. I mean, talk about stressing them all the way the hell out. But let's
it'd be my number one investment.
Who the fuck asked him? I'm sorry. Who asked him about Elon Musk?
Nobody. Mess around, have your baby have a computer chip in his head by the time you come back home.
You're welcome. Thank you all very much. Please call on me anytime.
Well, I appreciate you greatly.
Absolutely.
Item 2, to hear quarterly report from the administration on minority contracts and permits. Mr. Caffrey, I received this report. Are you going to be the person to speak on this, Mr. Johnson, or no one? Anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, hello, and good afternoon, Councilman. I mean, we can answer questions.
So, man, come on, bro. I don't know if it's his head or if it's his voice, or just watching him move just make me not want to. Okay.
Is that a cardigan?
It's not a cardigan. It's a green jacket, like Jock's yellow jacket.
Oh, okay.
I guess Jock Roy bled and died to give black folks.
He bled and died.
He bled and died.
He bled and died.
I said he bled. I mean, he bled and he died. He did it at the same time.
Sorry.
Attorney Billings is here as well. We can answer questions that you may have about the report you received.
Ms. Fowler or Mr. Jones?
All right.
Then they be acting like they doing work. That's what really kills me. You know what? Because this is my thing. Whenever it's time for a meeting, you're supposed to give that meeting your undivided attention, right? And all the people that's in the room. These people carry these same computers and tablets and whatnot, and they just working. What you there for? If you can't be, you know what I'm saying, present.
Do you see? Let me show you. Okay, so this is one thing I did want to share with y'all. So let me tell you about narcissistic tendencies, right? They have this innate ability to come up. Jock does it constantly. They come up with answers to questions nobody asked. They come up with these conclusions, these straw man theories that don't apply. And they'll waste 25 minutes of your time explaining you something that nobody even requested an explanation on. So when you get to talking about, because what Mr. Green is responding to, what he's talking about is the disparity study. He's weaving his way through questions regarding the disparity study, right? They didn't come up there to give a presentation on a disparity study. They said, if you have any questions, we can kind of answer them.
They some lazy ass people, bro.
They the ones the white folks be talking about when we do talking about good for nothing, shiftless, don't want to do no real work.
They get paid pretty good to be sitting up there to not want to answer no questions. They don't even want to stand up.
Well, I know one thing, you've given us this chart and we can't really see it.
So we sent that to you prior to the printed version digitally,
There
so
you
that you
go.
can actually examine it.
He's combative as a mother effer, ain't he? Like he always on eggshells. Like he always gotta feel like
He
he
went
gotta
up on you.
protect his father. You know what I'm saying?
What was that on Martin? You can tell, let's go to my father. You're gonna go to my father.
Well,
he looked like he was dejected by the. He said, you sent us this printout and we can't fucking see. Excuse my language, Mr. Porter. We can't see it. Oh, we sent you the digital copy. Bitch, do I look like I carry around a computer right now?
Like they
I'm
do
not you.
every single meeting.
You got a whole AV person that works for the city. Why couldn't you put the damn chart on the blow-up thing on the screen?
First of all, you got your lazy ass city clerk right there, and everybody that's sitting right there at that table could have got all that prepared for the city council. That's what
They could have bought a screen
What the
in.
hell y'all got going on?
Yeah, what do y'all got going on? So apparently, if we were talking about Reignite, we would have Crayfish Lewis all over the podium, beating the podium in, and keep on moving the microphone. We'd have McCaffrey on top of the goddamn desk, you know, doing the moonlight and shit, and going to be over there playing piano while they all talk together. But when you ask about the disparity study, they got attitude about it. I don't get it.
We've had people show up today to ask questions and talk about it. My main concern is, Mr. Goins and Mr. Caffrey, is the permitting process. And tell me if I'm wrong. I've had builders, people want to tear down houses. We're told to get a permit, they had to go out of town to tear down buildings to get permits from Alexandria.
So Mr. Green, the permitting question is not relevant to the report that we provided.
What did he just say?
It's not germane. The question he's asking is not germane.
It doesn't matter. That's the point. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's.
Yeah, you see, I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm not the only one who feels this way. Clip this. I got you, Erica. Don't worry. I got the clips. Watch this.
I've had builders, people want to tear down houses. We're told to get a permit, they had to go out of town to tear down buildings to get permits from Alexandria.
So Mr. Green, the permitting question is not relevant to the report that we provided. That would be a separate matter that we could actually research and answer for you at a later date.
Okay.
I thought you were there to answer the questions. And you got...
You got the computer right there.
I almost
so-
threw something at my screen. I did. I almost threw something at my screen, and I almost broke my own shit. About to be
Y'all
mad.
don't even try to work together. That's my thing. Like, y'all all get paid by us for one. So let's just make that clear. Y'all all get paid by the ratepayers, but none of y'all want to work together. Nobody professional. Like, no, y'all be forgetting it's a job at the end of the day. But damn, where's the professionalism at?
That's not. And it's like, God help me with these. I can't do it. I can't do it. Let's keep going.
But my initial request was to receive report on minority contracts and permits. So,
So we don't classify permits in that manner. They are classified relative to the source of work that the individual will be doing, whether it's commercial permitting, whether it's residential. It is not classified in relation to race.
It's just classified.
Nobody said it was classified related to race.
What? What?
This little smug ass.
Wait a minute. Who said anything about race?
The racist. You see what I'm saying? And they always and look. See this. I'm gonna tell you what Trey Gitt's job is.
That's a cardigan.
You know it is a cardigan. You were
I'm
right.
looking at it like I had to zoom in and the thickness. Like,
Yeah, because it's not a dress jacket. Because look
it's
at
a
that
men
color.
cardigan. See? Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, his job right here, his job is to make sure that these two don't say nothing too out of pocket. Let me tell you, his job is to make sure that these two don't
I'm
say
zoomed
nothing
in on his
too out of
face
pocket.
right now. Like, look at Caffrey's face and how he looking at Mr. Green. Like, zoom in. Like, come on, y'all.
I can't zoom in.
That, he looks
zoomed
like he
in.
got a little sassy pride. He a little
He
sassy attitude.
he like, yeah, he combative. He just,
Yeah, exactly.
he want the problem.
She said the coon connection. Oh, there's coonery going on here. What's the coonery going on here?
Yes, they absolutely do. Okay. All right, guys.
Classified into just permits.
It's permits, that's correct. And so if there was a specific question relative to those permits, we would be able to research that and get that information back to you. Which we
Why would you have to research it? You got a computer. You got two computers right there.
Yeah, you got a computer sitting in front of me.
But the thing is, they say that all the time, y'all. Every
Yeah.
time somebody has
Yeah.
a question, we'll research and get back with you. But
But
how
you know
do
what
we
I
know that
think?
y'all
back
got
with
back
us.
with them? Exactly.
But you know, yeah, I think those computers are there for. I think they have their what's names on, listening, make sure other people watching what they're doing. When I
Yeah.
say
They
that,
probably got their Microsoft Teams on.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
something.
that's what I'm thinking. That is.
Chatting with each other.
He's not there to really answer questions. That's true. That's right.
And that said, he's not there to really. He's just there so he don't get fired, like old boy said.
we would do that.
okay, so our committee, if we delay this 2 weeks, Mr. Caffrey, will we get a detailed?
If you would send me a specific request relative to what
Listen,
Can you let him finish answering the goddamn question?
Goodness gracious, bro.
Hey, listen. This is a time. Wait, hold on. Let me cut the music on real quick. The laptops are paid actors. Hell no.
that's hilarious. He's been
Y'all
getting
tell me
paid
one
for it.
meeting they had where they didn't have a computer.
Yeah, but that's a computer sitting in front of him.
I'm
I do
just
want to say
saying.
this. I'm not ending the show. I want to take a minute. Let me take this down real quick. I want to take a minute to tell you guys about voting and how important voting is. Voting is so important that you guys need to go ahead and make sure that you're registered to vote. Make sure go to Go Vote. It's an app. It's GEAUXVOTE. It's an app. Follow the information and instructions to look up your name. Make sure that you're registered to vote, because come November 3rd, we need Mr. Porter, We need Mr. Gregory Scott. We need Brother Malcolm in the mayor's position. And we need to not have this issue ever again. So where you got a whole administration dedicated to not giving you the answers. So now we got to wait another 2 weeks to get an answer. Some simple shit they could just typed up. It's searching in the box. I know they got a special program on them broke ass computers they got sitting in front of them. What are you bringing your laptop for?
It's called AI. That's all they had to do.
It's called AI, guys.
That's all they had to do. That's what they here for, right? For slow ass people like that to just type it in and get the answer. Like that time when they didn't know what those I always want to say four-wheelers because I'm so damn country, but them things APD wanted to get, them ATVs, right? His behind even know what the hell that was, but the computer was in front of him then as well. So they don't even go in there with the agenda or nothing. Like the citizens, we go in there, we get the agenda, we have paper and pen, like we writing stuff down, like we really in there like we're students. These fools, all of them go up there every meet. I don't ever see nobody. I see Mr. Jules open up his book, you know, but I'm just like, it's like it's a parent-teacher conference or something most of the time.
It's a one-sided conversation.
It's always a one-sided conversation. It's like somebody being disciplined the whole entire time. You know, and it seems like it's the citizens that's the kids and they the parents. And so.
Now, I do want y'all to take note that it's two grown-ass men up here with laptops and tablets. They can't answer a question. They can't answer a question.
It's actually a City of Alexandria question that needs to be answered.
I tell you what, I bet you, look, now what is he looking for?
And the clerk, should the clerk not, somebody needs to be documenting the questions that are unanswered. That way the city council can remember. I mean, you have a job at the end of the day. It's because y'all been under rules so long, y'all feel like y'all don't have to follow the goddamn rules.
And that's why they need to all go home.
Exactly. Everybody need a clean sweep. The feds need to come through. We need a clean sweep.
That's right.
Amen.
Information is that you're asking us to provide. If that information is available or exists, then we will give you an answer. And you would probably have prior to.
We'll tell you what, to
detail.
If you would send me a specific request relative to what the information is that you're asking us to provide, if that information is available or exists, then we will give you an answer. And you would probably have prior to.
We'll tell you what, to put a fine point on that, I know that there's some people here who have some questions. Do you have any questions, Mr. Bryce?
I have a question.
Okay, all right. Well, we're dealing with,
we're dealing with.
Deal with permits in general. We got so many different kinds of permits that we issue. Probably two.
Here we go. See, big Yogi Bear.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fowler's trying to shut down the questions before they even get up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think we can answer all the permit questions at one time. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I just woke up.
Now, for one thing, Councilman Green had already said, he said the ones that they use to what? Tear down what? The houses. So that would be the category you go for. Demolition, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'd rather wait those 2 weeks to know the truth, just saying. Yeah, but you know what? They never actually come back around to answer the question.
No, what they do is they do little punk stuff like Roy do and give you a full letter before the meeting. That way you don't have time to digest what you just read or make up the questions. I've seen it happen in person.
To make up the questions in real time?
Yep.
the minority contract. Yeah, okay.
All right, ma'am, what we would do is come back to your situation, and if we don't get to it today, I'll meet with you after the meeting to take down your concern.
All right.
Okay?
That's weak, huh? Never mind.
What?
What you said, Shamir.
I said, is that wig?
I heard what you said, Shamir.
Oh.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard Horton. I'm just the new chairperson for the Mid Louisiana Regional Chamber of Commerce.
This is the dude that was at the last city council meeting.
Yes.
That's the one that's trying to get that other property taken from them people. He came over there to co-sign. Okay, let's see what he's talking about. Miss Goldsby already gave us the rundown on him, so I got an idea of. Let me just put this up. Mr. Porter, you weren't here earlier. Let me show you this.
Mr. President, they're not all this good. Some of them need a little work. But this one right here, this is top of the line. Fully programmable, sings, dances, takes direction. This is one of the good ones.
Now, this is South Carolina. And when we say we love President Trump, we say it loud and we say it proud. Is this Donald Trump country? Oh, yeah. We love a president who closes our borders. I know this is going to offend the liberal elites. Every time I say it, it offends them.
Watch this.
But let me say it one more time. America is not a racist country.
That boy's good. He sure is.
Do the Timmy Shimmy.
Oh, y'all want the Timmy Shimmy? Do y'all want the Timmy Shimmy? No. Say it loud and proud. Give me my theme song.
Mass are good, mass are kind, mass are still
Does he know they're laughing at him?
I don't think he does.
Sun
He
come
really
up,
thinks
I
he's
start
killing it.
my day. Anything Master say, I say.
I want one.
One what?
Not I want one. Oh my goodness.
And one of the things that we were looking for, because I have not yet seen it, is reporting of contracts or vendor contracts related to services provided to the city of Alexandria. And that percentage is based on the fee program. And do we have a reporting on that?
Well, we have a report, Mr. Horton, but I don't really understand it. So I would need for someone for the administration to interpret it for me.
Got him. He nailed it. He nailed that thing like a split hog. You see, he's got two people from the administration sitting right there, and they can't explain to him what they sent because they're not the ones that sent it. Now you get the joke? Yeah, they didn't send that.
Yeah.
Jack sent that to them, and they can't explain it. That's why the only thing they can do is answer questions.
Well, you can't. How are you going to answer questions on something they can't explain to us?
Let's see what happens. Now, I want to tell y'all in this chess match, Malcolm has just moved his chess piece, and he's cornered the rook, and the knight's 7. I don't know how to play chess.
That's the same thing I'm asking because there's certain guidelines that are there. Now,
well, he's got himself in a pinch, ain't he?
understand this. It's not that I represent a lot of small businesses within the community, and they're looking forward to, and they're not relying upon the city for the contracts, but they would like to know if there's opportunity for them to get there, to receive contracts. Because of the process that has been going on prior to today, they've been discouraged not to even apply or not to even participate. They're discouraged because of how the process takes place. When they apply and everything, they go through a runaround, like we were saying about as far as licensing and stuff like that. The insurances, because they'll get the insurance that's required, then they have something additional comes up. So instead of when they come in there and make the application and someone, they bring the information that they read through the application process and they bring it, then there's additional things added to it. But they're not walked through that process, what they're missing. But they get walked through the application process. But when they get there and put the application in, there's always additional things on there.
Are these folks aware of the capacity building programs? I know you've been to a few.
Yes, and that's even capacity building programs. Because a lot of times stuff we're looking at maybe vendor applications for getting certain smaller contracts, which are $30,000 or less. Even in that process, it becomes a hassle for them making that come through that process. So they get discouraged. They say, well, I don't even want to deal with it. But they don't have to, but it's nice to have and nice to be available on it. Even in the contracts, and it mentions on the RFP contracts, it mentions about.
Tell me this. They didn't come there ready to discuss anything about their disparity study. You know why? Because it's so far down on their list of priorities that they don't even think about that. The disparity study doesn't even cross their mind.
No, because it's never, it's out of sight, out of mind. What is it? Out of sight, out of mind?
Yeah, we got Brother Nat back. What you got, Brother Nat?
But look, it's also that disparity study is also a bad reflection on
Yes.
Alexandria. We do 1% of city business
Yep.
with black vendors. And blacks are 56, 57% of the city.
Population, yep.
Yeah.
And we get 1% of the city's business. It's not a good story. That's why they don't want to even talk about it. And they're not trying to do anything to change that, to move from 1% higher.
What you got, Nat?
It had two people that I know of tried to help people get everything that they needed to get a contract with the city. They didn't put it a bid in. It was Mr. Gerber Porter and Mr. Lita McCall. This guy just said, he told the people, but the people get so scared, they just don't even try to do it at all. Did y'all hear him say that?
I do remember what you're talking about, and I do remember the scholarship that they had available. Miss Alita and Mr. Porter were sitting down and were helping business owners assist them in getting contracts. That's when it was the Alexandria Regional Black Chambers of Commerce. I don't know what this mid-region Chamber of Commerce is. But
and they was doing it for free.
And they were doing it for actually they were doing it out of their pockets, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But we were not charging anybody.
Yeah, we weren't charging anybody.
They weren't charging.
But we were paying for the scholarship for them to get
Yes,
the
you
contract.
did. You guys made a scholarship for them.
Yeah.
So, you mean to tell me that y'all have nothing in place to make sure these people, you shouldn't have came up there. Because in order to get a contract, there you go. In order to get a contract, you got to bid on the contract. In order to bid on the contract, you got to have a whole lot of stuff before you bid. So,
well, Nat,
use my language. Niggas won't, ma'am.
But Nat, I'm sorry, real quick. I just wanted to say, he said that they get walked through the process of putting in the application. After they take the application up there, that's when all this additional stuff is needed, which was not told to them at first. That's the
ain't
issue
my
they're
problem.
bringing.
I don't give a damn about him doing that. They supposed to know what they do before they doing it, Ms. McCall. Because see, this is what you do. You make black people look bad, and you know what they say? Oh, they don't know what they're doing anyway.
Exactly.
That's another reason to exclude them.
Yep.
There you go. So if you don't know how to play the game, then you're not gonna be a part of the game.
If I'm the leader
Learn
of
the
the
rules.
pack, if I'm the leader of the pack and I'm coming up there asking them how do we play this game, then yeah,
You need to be the leader.
you don't need to be the leader.
But hold on, wait a minute. They don't get involved in politics. I'm going back quiet.
Oh, damn.
That's right. You're right.
Going to the diversity site and looking up and contacting different agencies such as Louisiana Central, which is at one time, but on the site it says one thing, but the name of the business has also changed. They don't have Mid-Louisiana Regional Chamber of Commerce listed on there, and many of the other businesses that are economic development entities that they can contact to find out about who's available as minorities. Those things have not been updated on there.
They were never gonna get updated, champ. Oh, you're learning the lesson we learned years ago. Yeah, no, you think you're on the same level as the Central Louisiana Regional Chamber of Commerce, sir? No.
So why he can't go to Deborah Randolph? Why he can't go to Deborah Randolph and ask her question?
And get all those information. Yeah, because he get all the information from her.
Come on now, let's play fair. Why he can't go to Deborah Randolph and ask her?
You dirty for that one.
I knew.
Wait. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only person up here that wasn't involved in the original Alexandria Regional Black Chamber of Commerce was Shamir. And had she been around back then, we definitely would have involved her. But we were involved in the inception of what this is now, this Mid-Region Chamber of Commerce. It used to be the Alexandria Regional Black Chambers of Commerce. And that was something that we started. So we're not just blowing smoke, guys. We're telling you what we know for facts. And to have somebody get up there and say, hey guys, where can we find this or where can we find that? When you know good and damn well that there is a source that has these numbers because they're required to have these numbers, I wouldn't have got up there and did that. That's just me though.
That website. And so it becomes discouraging to know that, okay, we're supposed to look here to find.
You know what's really discouraging? When we were running the chambers, you know what's really helped the line. Hold on. Ms. Linda said, actually helped the lawn service contractor get a packet and didn't hear anything about it. I don't know if the packet was filled out or what. Damn. You know what's discouraging the to minority-owned businesses? Driving past that Confederate monument in front of the courthouse. Yeah, that's discouraging. That's discouraging to any outside person that wants to come and build a franchise in Alexandria that's Black-owned. And what's this? Oh, that's the Confederate monument. Oh, I don't want to do business here. Yeah,
minority don't mean black. Minority mean white women too.
It does include white women and veterans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but those sites are not available. Those links are not available. And so we're looking forward to improving on that. And hopefully we'll get some changes and some adjustments and stuff. And hopefully have some more conversation with the diversity. Now, diversity, as we all know, it puts numbers as far as what the city is required to do, but we don't really want to look at what required numbers are because that's.
Wait a minute, whose side are you on, sir? What do you mean by that? We don't care about the requirements. Why don't you care about the requirements? Wouldn't you want to work with a city that's actually doing what's required? Or do you just want to be selected because you're special?
The best thing for him to do is go to Natchitoches, Louisiana, where they got their black mayor up there, and try to get some contracts.
Go outside the city, because you can. People don't realize that. When you're a contractor, you can work with all across the whole state. You don't have to just work here in Alexandria.
Well, no, but see, my beef is this, right? My beef is laid out plain is this, right? If the city is not doing, as Mr. Porter said, you've got 1% minority business owners doing 1% business in a city that has a 57% majority of black folks. I'm going to need you to do something about that. I'm going to need you to do something about that as quick as it. What is it, Erica? With scale and speed. Because
so that's why Jock Roy needs to go to the House. Let's just break it down.
Yeah,
get a mayor in there who's willing to do business with black minorities. Then you get rid of Jock Roy, because obviously he's not. And this has been going on for years.
Yeah, these two ain't helping. They're not helping nobody but themselves.
That's a limitation. So we don't want to look at that. Just say we're just small businesses. We would like to have opportunity and get an opportunity to surpass any type of being discouraged going forward and trying to even obtain it.
What the fuck is she doing? Wait, who is this? Whose man's is this?
Tavares, we don't know. Just play the video. We don't know who this is.
Why is she being so rude?
Just go ahead.
Certain things. Like I said, ordinance goals and stuff like that. Knowing we don't even look at that ordinance goals. We want to look at it's even across the board for everyone to have the opportunity. If you're coming about.
Hey, listen. I don't know who saw this before me. If you
Yeah, I'm
watched
not
it,
understanding what's going on either.
I have no idea. She said her name is Stacy. Stacy who?
Mm.
Stacy's rude as shit. And she's helping, never mind.
To the city, and you're a legitimate business. You have your LLC, you have your insurance, everything's in place. You have proper accounting, you're paying your taxes and everything. We want to make sure that they're not limited by saying, "Oh, we only require to have 10%." So because of that, we've already met that criteria, and then you're not getting that opportunity. So we don't like the limitations related to that. We want to be able to apply for opportunities either through just the service contracts, which are $30,000 or less, or even RFPs. And that's what matters the most. It's the opportunity and not running across those roadblocks. And if a person does come there and they may be missing something on their application, don't just say, well, you don't have this on your application, and leave them sitting blank. Help them through that process of ensuring that that application is complete, and the thing that they're missing, help them and guide them through that next step.
Whoever's working that camera is doing a really bad job.
Hold up, y'all. Why are they telling the city to help them when you should make sure that the people ready to battle? I never seen a country send their soldiers into battle not properly suited with material to fight with. So he's saying, well, if they mess up, just go it on and let them go through. Don't go like that. If you got it already straight, then they can't make a reason to shut you down, Mr. McCall.
Man, you should not come in there with no incomplete ass application.
Then they turned Clarence Reed down when he tried to get some money for the concert when he drew that stuff in
Come on,
crayon.
man. See, you digging up old bones, man. You got to stop this, bro. He did try to get Brian McKnight. He tried to get the city to pay for Brian McKnight. Matter of fact, Mr. Porter, it was you. They was trying to force you to do it. You got to stop remembering so much. You hear us, Mr. Porter?
I hear you.
Remember that time? Never mind.
And look, if they had voted for that, a whole bunch of them could have been brought up in front of the Attorney General's office for that nonsense. They had no clue what they were doing. Reddix Washington introduced the ordinance. Stephen Chalk and Clarence Reed were the ones behind it. A barbecue festival and a concert and all that nonsense. And Reddix Washington's name was on who to call to buy tickets. I mean, you were violating 4 or 5 state laws. And get this, the white people on the on the council, they didn't even tell him what he was doing was wrong. They allowed him to introduce it, and not one of them seconded. Not one of them seconded. That whole thing died because it never got a second for that to introduce that ordinance.
Well,
and they saved them. They saved all of their butts by not doing it. But at the same time, Rubin, Vallord, Silver, and Fowler, neither one of them explained to him, you can't do that. That's illegal.
Would you need somebody to explain it to you?
Yeah, you really shouldn't, but they just let him crash and burn.
Damn. They telling me that the rest of this is complete BS. So let's find out what happens next.
Making sure that part is completed. That's what we're looking forward to as small businesses. So, yes, sir.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Wait. Did she just come over there and snatch the sign out of his hand? And then put it on the ground? Because he had that sign in that man's face like that? Look, Cynthia, I don't know. You're a mixed bag. You've done a lot of bad things to the Black community. but sometimes you do some real shit. I don't know what that's about. It's confusing and you make me uncomfortable. But look at that face. Look at that face. Look at that face. That is the face of, I can't believe she did that to me. She did that. She snatched the sign out of your hand and put it on the ground. And she wants you to pick that bitch back up.
Wait, I really don't understand what's going on here. Whose printout wasn't that for the speaker?
No, that wasn't for the speaker. That's what that Stacy lady, she came by and it was faced backwards against the wall. She came by while he was talking. That's what I pointed out, how rude she was. She came behind him while he was talking. She handed McCaffrey the sign, and McCaffrey's been holding the sign in his face this whole time. So Miss Perry, that look on his face.
Tavares, we didn't hear a word you said.
How you didn't hear it?
You did. You went out.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it either. So look, let me
go
just
ahead.
recap, see if I'm understanding this correctly. That is not the speaker's sign. That is someone from Jack Roy's administration put that up there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Caffrey is holding it. So Stacy West came while the gentleman was speaking.
I don't think it was. It wasn't Stacy West. It was
Okay.
another Stacy.
And put it up there. And he's been holding it the whole time. And it was Cynthia Perry who went and took it down.
Yeah, she snatched it out of his hand and put it on the ground.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, you gotta. I missed that.
And what is on that? What is on that poster?
Some
or that
BS.
sign?
Some BS about the disparity study. Now, mind you, she came out of nowhere.
As far as what the city is required to do, but we don't really want to look at what required numbers are because that's a limitation. So we don't want to look at that. Just say we're just small businesses. We would like to have opportunity and get an opportunity to surpass any type of being discouraged going forward and trying to even obtain certain things. Like I said, ordinance goals and stuff like that. No, we don't even look at that ordinance goals. We want to look at.
Okay, so who in the hell is she?
Oh,
Do anybody know?
Her name is Stacy. Miss Linda Bell said her name is Stacy, but it's not Stacy West. Miss Tavares said the audacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Wait for it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Correct, Mr.
No,
Porter. And
no.
I think West might be her last name. She worked
Yeah,
for the state.
that's not Stacy West. Okay,
Stacey
Stacy
Black.
West is black and got the blonde.
Yeah.
Hair.
Yeah.
What do you
Hair.
call it? The
Hair.
braids. The
Yes.
wig.
Hair.
weave. Thank you. Got the blonde weave. Yeah.
Fuck. I can't. Come on, you guys.
I was like, who the hell is she? Oh,
Boy, y'all crazy.
Who the hell is she? Oh Lord.
It's even across the board for everyone to have the opportunity. If you're coming about to the city, and you're a legitimate business, you have your LLC, you have your insurance, everything's in place, you have proper accounting, you're paying your taxes and everything. We want to make sure that they're not limited by saying, oh, we only require to have 10%. So because of that, we've already met that criteria, and then you're not getting that opportunity. So we don't like the limitations related to that. We want to be able to apply for opportunities either through justice service contracts, which are 30.
Now, your boy from Louisiana Central gonna reach around the corner and take a picture of it.
Yeah. And apparently they got the camera operator.
Yeah,
The
he's
guy-
zooming in on it. I'm gonna put it on mute. We can watch what he's doing. This is at 1.5 speed, so it's gonna look crazy. But he can't even get focused on it.
And what does that say? Executive summary?
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can read it here. This
Okay,
is
2025 annual 15.3 something percent.
hold on.
Then
2026 quarterly, quarter one, 13.3%, $797,000. We're talking about a drop in a bucket.
Yep, you're right, Mr.
241
Porter.
million, and they're talking about 797,000.
Yeah, that ain't no money. That ain't no money.
Women-owned
But you see how Jack Roy
businesses,
women?
7.3%. Minority-owned businesses, 13.36. But now keep in mind, minority-owned
Can
would
be
be
white.
Asian. It would be Latino. If there's Native American, and it would be Black. Okay, so so that's a large group. That's not just Black.
But still in all, you guys, listen. It's still in all 13. We still 56% of the population. Not all of those people in the population are grown and have businesses. We understand that. Those numbers are still looking crappy. Those are some crappy numbers, period. Those are crappy numbers.
Hey, Jabbar, let's see how Cynthia Perry took that down again. I want to see the meaning behind that.
Nah, she snatched that son of a bitch. Listen, do you know when the mama come in and she did that. I ain't gonna front.
Sure that part is completed.
That's what I want to see. Uh-huh.
Oh, damn.
See?
Oh, look what she did.
Yeah.
What was that about?
He mad, and that's not a cardigan. That's just an ugly jacket. It's a mismatch because who the fuck wears blue and green together? But that, yeah, go ahead.
I bet you if we could have listened to that, Malcolm told her go take that sign down. Because she would have done it on her own.
Okay.
Somebody could have told her.
Okay, so let's talk about the protocol for city council meetings. City council meetings are run by the city council. The person who presides over city council meetings is the city council president. So for somebody from the mayor's administration to impromptu intervene on a presentation,
that's right,
and to put something up there without the permission or the approval of the city council president, they're wrong as could be. That is not their meeting. Now try to do something like that at a mayor briefing. If you wanted to go and put some information, a card, a sign up there to show that Jack Roy's lying, what would happen at that point?
Help! Help!
Jack Roy would have the police grab you and put you in jail, or put you down, like you say. Yeah, they would do a Cornelius White on you.
Oh no, my back. That's bold. Somebody from the mayor told him to do that. The mayor told that lady to come hand him that sign.
That's what I believe.
The mayor told him,
Yep,
he got
told him
stool
that. Yep.
He got stool pigeons to do it.
Yep.
He know they stool pigeons and they done it.
Oh shit!
Hey, what's she doing? Go back to Mars. Hold up.
Oh, she pointing out where the fuck. Oh,
hold up. Go back.
Hold on. I gotta put this. Listen. Y'all gotta stop. Hold on.
She still don't get nothing with me though.
Listen. What they say about a broken clock?
It's right twice a day.
Even when you
Well,
don't
ain't
put
got no
the
batteries in it. It's one of the two.
That's my dog. He already brought up the batteries.
What is she doing right there?
Oh, damn.
She pretty much laid down the law. She showed that boy where it was supposed to be at.
Mama, right now, but y'all know how that goes. Whenever people complain about her and put her in her place, she'll
There
pretend,
she go. Okay.
and then she'll go right back to doing what she was doing.
All right, let's go.
So they're not looking for anything more than that. They're not looking to deal with,
Now they gave the other man the utmost respect. And here this is. This guy is the president of the other chamber of commerce, and they just doing all kind of just
That was
playing in
kinda
that man's
messed up.
face. That was messed up.
You know, all the stuff with contract jargon and stuff like that. They just want to cut me off. But we,
He was staring at me, sit there like,
Malcolm told her to do that.
and stuff.
Okay,
They
but you know what?
They don't worry about that.
What's up?
That made that sign being up there. The city council couldn't see that sign, right?
that's what I was saying. Probably not.
I think that
The
was
city
a
council couldn't see that sign, so that was a stunt by the mayor and his staff,
Yes.
strictly
Yes.
for the viewers, the
Yup.
viewing audience, and the gallery that's sitting there.
Yep. To try to say that, see, we had 13%. I don't know where they getting them numbers from. We had 13%.
That's right. That's what
Yep.
they're trying to do.
That's right. That's what happened.
She
But
said she
the other
pointed
thing
out to
too
Fowler what they couldn't read on the report they received.
Right. The other thing too is I'm not going to accept your numbers. You know, I'm just don't trust you. You lied to us before. You don't want to give us the entire report. You give it to the council the day of the meeting. No.
And then you don't want to answer
no.
questions.
Right. That's right.
So basically, they got caught cheating on the test, then, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah, they got caught cheating on the test.
Wait, hold on, Miss. Wait, there's more, Miss Bell. Wait, hold on.
She said, wait for it.
Okay, here we go.
All they are, they do. So they're not looking for anything more than that. They're not looking to deal with, all the stuff with contract jargon and stuff like that. They just want to cut some yards. But we do have a couple that just recently came up through law and service. They are looking to go further and, get contracts and stuff. So we want to make sure that pathway is clear for them going forward, and we be able to assist them, and also the city also assist them in any type of roadblocks they may come across or any shortages they may have.
Yeah, he's repeating himself, obviously.
To assist them to, get over that hurdle.
Thank you, Mr. Horton.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, yes.
Jules.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Can I ask Mr. Horton something?
Okay.
Madam President? Is it okay if I?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Horton, I just wanted to know, do you be aware when contractors come in, minority contractors come in and make a bid through the city?
Yes, ma'am. I follow what's going on with the contracts and stuff that's happening.
Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
please not put that?
Can you put it over here?
Yeah, don't block.
Yeah, we're aware of the RFPs that come out and stuff and everything.
Okay, that is Stacy West.
Yeah,
that was Stacy West. Okay.
Ain't that something? Did you see
That was the administration. That was the administration doing that.
Oh, that's dirty.
They dirty for that. They dirty for that. And he did it to the president of the Black Chambers, quote unquote.
Yes.
Well, that's his fault. He should have said, what the hell that supposed to mean?
I would have knocked that shit over. You don't get this shit out my face. That's look. That's why we didn't make it that long. We didn't make it. Get the shit out my motherfucker. The fuck is this? Who the hell are you?
Look, crawl across the room.
Who the hell are you? Yeah, we didn't make it that far. We got pretty far. We got it established, but we didn't make it. We didn't make it quite as far as we should have.
We were too rebel.
Yeah, we were too rebel. Yeah, we was going. She said, Lord, thank you. I wasn't at that meeting. Hell yeah. I would have, man. If you don't get this shit out my damn face.
God, that's messed up. Go ahead, Mars. Go ahead.
But not all of the vendor stuff that remember they had the vendor card that was out and the mayor pulled back all the cards and stuff like that. Even those just local purchases of certain items that are small, like $10,000, maybe $5,000, $2,000 for supplies of stuff, toilet paper and stuff like that.
So can you make us aware? Send us an email when you have someone that actually.
Every time.
I
can't do that because there's a reporting system through the EPIC program that each division head is supposed to be doing on the purchases that they make, local purchases that they make. And they're supposed to be reporting to you guys on that. So you should get that awareness with that reporting.
Okay.
There's supposed to be a monthly reporting on that.
Okay.
So that would be something that you would give to us and you would review yourself. So,
Okay.
But we haven't yet. We're supposed to get that report. We still haven't got it. And so, like I said, that's sometimes discouraging when you don't get that.
So apparently there's a system by which the city, the administration, is supposed to report what they're doing with these minority businesses, and the city is supposed to have that information on hand
and report it quarterly. That was the subject of a previous city council meeting earlier this year when Mr. Freddie Price brought that up and said, this is your own rules, but you have not been following it. So where is this quarterly report and when can we expect it? And Jack Roy said they were going to get it to him, and they claim you can't just do that overnight. It takes some digging, but your procedures and policies say that you would be doing that ongoing and give a report every quarter, and you're not doing that. Now, here's the other thing. At the beginning of this committee meeting, they asked the mayor's staff who was going to present. And they said they had nobody to present, and they were only going to answer questions. And then Stacy West and that other lady bring this sign up. Okay, if you got signs, why didn't you stand up at the beginning of that meeting and make a presentation on that topic? But you want to interrupt other people's questions with by inserting your signs and slogans and stuff like that. That made no sense, because if you came there prepared with signs, you should have given a presentation of your position on that topic at the beginning of this committee meeting.
Yeah, it was sloppy.
That was wrong, and it was rude, and it was in poor taste. They're supposed to keep the track monthly so they can have a quarterly report. So it shouldn't be that hard if it's every 2 weeks. You should have half of a report or half of a month's report every 2 weeks.
Well,
And I don't see what would be so hard about preparing it for every 2 weeks. So you could have that report, you could have it prepared for every city council meeting.
If they don't get involved in politics, they get whatever they deserve.
Well, that's
guess
true.
what? Let that been Deborah Randall. Let that been Deborah Randall.
Boy, she would have told that mug up. It would have never been her. It would have never been her. They would have never treated her like that.
So if they can't band together as black businesses and say, we need a mayor that will give us some black contracts in office. Jack Roy ain't doing his job. If they can't do that,
Nat, it's not even about the contracts. He can't even give us the information that they're required to have.
because they don't want to give them the information. Because if you get the information, you know that I ain't giving you niggas a damn thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. You got
If
that.
if I give you the information, you know what I'm doing.
You know
So
exactly
guess
what
what?
I'm doing.
They need to get involved. They need to get involved in politics. Hey, Jock, don't worry about getting us no information.
Yeah,
We'll
we got.
keep
Yeah,
it.
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We'll find somebody else that can. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
And but there's certain toilet paper inside the building. I know suppliers that all day long supply toilet paper, cleaning supplies and stuff like that all day long.
Okay.
So and air fresheners and stuff, but they don't get that opportunity because, and I understand it because when you have a certain supplier, you kind of stick with that person because that's who you want.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, there are more small businesses and opportunities out there that people want to grow and give them an opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I was gonna, I want to know, is Mr. Caffrey gonna make a presentation, or how are we gonna do this?
If you have questions about the report, Mr. Logan, you can ask those questions. We can answer.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask an open-ended one. What did you give me? What is this?
Straight
You
like
know,
that.
straight like that. I don't know nothing else to you can't put no cream on top of that one. He didn't even bother to show up. So he said, I have an open-ended question. What is this? What did you give us? What is this? Let's find out what this is.
This is the report that the council has requested that is required by the ordinance for us to provide. It gives you a synopsis of the status of where we are. It also gives you a breakdown of the costs or the spend that we have made in those various projects and areas across the city. If you look at the
Can't
first
see
page,
it.
it gives you
No, I
breakdown
can't
of
see
the
it.
bonus and the chart that you see.
And his
across the
mic
front of you.
is not on. His microphone is not even on.
No, it's not, Mr. Porter. You're right.
And it gives you a description of.
Hold on. Maybe. There we go.
Ordinance's goals, the 2025 annual, and 2026 quarterly.
Now you talk about ordinance's goals. You didn't. Okay.
Is there any way we can get this blown up?
We can provide you with a blown up copy. Yes, sir.
It's really small.
So, Mr. Carefree,
I can't even.
in a quarterly report,
Imagine bringing your paperwork down. But you know what? Guess who doesn't have a complaint?
Fowler's sitting up there asleep, ain't he?
He don't give a damn.
He sure don't. He just makes sure he collects his paycheck.
Because Fowler knows y'all can get up there and hoop and holler all you want. It ain't going to change a single solitary thing.
Yep.
That's why Fowler is like, I'm going to doze off on this because it just doesn't matter.
and I'm reading 2025, 15.38. Now, this is the first time I've requested a quarterly report that we should be getting. A quarterly report is every 4 months. So this should be January, February, March, and April. We're now in August. To my knowledge.
March, April, May, June, July, August. So yeah, we're at the end of the second quarter. So it should be half a year's worth of reports, ain't it?
The administration has not, I did say my knowledge, sent down a quarterly report for the past 4 months until I requested this information today. Do we have to request this from you all, or will y'all automatically send it since the cities really wants to know what's going on with the diversity inclusion in this area, in the city?
We will send a report down anytime the council requests it.
So once before in council meeting, we did request one on every quarter. Again, I had received one. I may be the only one that missed it in my email, which is possible. I don't know about the other 6 council persons, but we did request a total report each quarter.
But just look at Fowler for a minute to our stop. Y'all just look at Fowler. Look at Fowler.
That man over there counting how much ink is left in his pen. He looked like he filing his fingernails.
Oh my God.
He too old to act the way he do. Truly.
That is so embarrassing.
He over there putting hooks on his fishing line and shit.
They have no decorum.
No.
They have absolutely no decorum at these meetings, but unless you go over your 2 minutes and you getting on their tail.
Yeah. He's like not bothered at all.
Yeah, these type of meetings will make you want to swing on somebody. Somebody getting swung on. Yeah, because I mean the lip that I'm getting back ain't the words. The words that you're using ain't the ones that I need to hear, and I feel like
We need to start throwing tomatoes at them for real.
Throw powdered donuts at them so that when they take the donut off their face, you can still see the powder. They're probably mistaken for cocaine. Never mind.
The last quarter, this is the first time you've seen one before me. Am I the only one not receiving it?
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not.
If you can,
I also asked for documentation too.
Okay. Well, that seems to be a factor that communications is faltering between the administration and the council on their request but information that is needed to be given to the citizens for our digestion to be able to relate to the citizens. So if you all could do this on a standard basis, it would be greatly appreciated, sir.
That's it. That's all. If you could do exactly what what the regulations say, give us one of these every quarterly instead of sitting up there looking like the Black Pillsbury Doughboy talking about we'll give you one when you ask for it. No, I ask for them every quarter. It's not what the regulations say. You know what? I just realized it. Fowler's the only white person up there. That's why he doesn't care about what's going on.
Yeah. He just looks so
Yeah, he's like, hey, man, I wonder what time football practice is.
So let me
Never mind. Don't do it.
Ms. West, you have something to say?
I just have a few comments. So to address Mr. Horton, this report is, so I work on this program, and this is something we meet with the departments and report to the division heads. It was never required to bring it to a full report to the council. And previously, when I do recall you requesting, I was out with the passing of my mother. And so for this particular program, when you were talking about the processing, I don't understand the issue with vendors being able to participate, because what we're talking about here, we request information from vendors consistently, every department. We get at least 3 quotes for every purchase. And we always try to get at least one of those quotes from a minority vendor. We're not going to say just because a minority vendor is giving a quote, we're going to go with them. We still have to be fiscally responsible, and they have to be the best quote. So that I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Can you explain this report to us?
So every department is listed on this side.
Okay.
And then each column, so it's minority, small business, women business, and women and minority owned businesses are in the other columns. And then there's a total at the end, letting you know the exact percentage for each department. And at the bottom is the total percentage for the entire city.
So you put together this chart?
No, the finance division puts together that chart.
Okay, so they didn't have veteran owned businesses on there at all. I didn't hear her say veterans owned. Did y'all?
No, but also when they were asking, can somebody explain it? Why the hell nobody stood up and said
That's
that?
right. There you go.
But now
There
y'all
you
got
go.
something to say? Like, y'all
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got the finance guy. Hold on.
But before you go there, can this print in the future?
Be larger.
We can see it, read it. I'm here blind, and I promise you, this is my print. I need a magnifying.
It was emailed in a PDF version, so on the computer you can zoom in, you can print it larger, zoom
But
on.
when you print it, it's still
Not what you do. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You give it to them at the
Exactly.
standard.
Yeah,
what it's
why
supposed
would
to
you
be.
Why
print
y'all
out something they
got
can't
something to
read?
say?
Why would
Why
you print
can't
out
just
something
do
on
it?
from a PDF? You should be able to send them what they need. Period.
Exactly. But that's like I said, what they got a city clerk for as well. If you work for the council, the city clerk got an assistant, have her do it. Goddamn. Nobody want to do their job.
Small, sir.
When you go to the print view, you can increase the percentage to roughly 130,
Then you do that. You do that the next time you print this shit up.
140, and it'll fill up the entire. Yes, sir. That's why I sent it in a PDF version.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Martin, go ahead, sir.
No, I was just going to explain, if you look across the top,
Okay.
you'll see the
so who
labelings. It's
printed it
minority.
out? Stop for a minute. So who printed it out and gave it to them?
Somebody off the administration.
Okay.
And more than likely it was one of these two over here.
Because for what if that's what you're supposed to do, then that's what they were supposed to do so that the council could get that.
Because why are you telling the council
why-
directly how to do it? They didn't, aren't the
It-
packets given to them?
You know what?
Before
It
the
feels
meeting?
like
packets are
they
given
make
to
things
them.
difficult.
Yeah.
They make things difficult on purpose.
Yes, I believe that, Tavares. I believe that. I do. I believe that.
And they never expect any pushback. But this has got the Jock, you're not winning no cool points, man. You already not getting back reelected. Let me just point that out. And the only people, it's a lot of the people that you think are your constituents, they're not anymore. They're not. The city clerk tried to do it and she couldn't get it to work. That's crazy. All that technology, all that money. Mr. Tasha said they have a hidden agenda. She did no justice. She should have just stayed sitting down, shaking my head down. Well,
Minority, small business, women minority, and then blank is if someone didn't fill out anything. And then over to the right, whenever you see minority, that is a sum of minority and women minority. And when you see the column that says women, that is a sum of women business and women minority.
Like I said before, you don't have the category for
why do you?
veterans.
There's too many categories
Yeah, with the same thing on it.
with the same thing. All right. Okay.
When you're looking across the top and towards the bottom right of the page, the highlighted section is the percentages for the entire year, with minority for the 2025 calendar year being 15.38% and the women being 8.32%. And then for quarter one of this calendar year, you have minority at
Look, he having a hard time reading it.
And Miss Tamara said that it was mentioned she tried to increase the size, but it wouldn't work.
That's
So I
what she
have 2
said.
points. I have 2 points on that. So one, the city has an IT department. And for two, we now have AI software to where you can ask it any damn thing and it'll teach you. So,
Exactly.
but in point three, just from my expertise, when you're printing something, and I can say this at the top of my head, the settings are right there if you want to change the percentage size. So it's right there. As soon as you right click print or file print, whichever way you're going to print,
Exactly. It shows
a
you that.
screen will
Right.
pop up and you can change the size right there.
Now
But
we're
you
doing
should
all
be
this
able
art.
to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, but you should always be able to call the IT department. They can remote into the computer and they could have did that for you. She been up there a long time. So I'm been printing for a long time. And also I got a problem with that diagram that they had because what was the point of that? That was big enough. So what y'all coulda and shoulda did was have the presentation already on the PowerPoint and y'all could have used
Y'all
that
could have just
Randy.
read through the
Thank
presentation.
you. That's all. That's all.
Y'all could have actually did a presentation, but you know what it is? They didn't want to do the presentation. They didn't want to do the presentation. They didn't even want to talk about this. This wasn't a topic. They printed out this little bit. They thought that this would be enough, that nobody would give no pushback, that, the inconveniences they'd be insurmountable and they wouldn't be able to overcome it. But no, they're getting, hold on.
13.36%, and you have women business at 7.36% of total spending.
Mr. Green,
Yes.
I would like for these numbers to be blown up so that the people here can see them and I can see them so that, this discussion can be meaningful.
So the board here,
It's hard to read, and I understand you're saying by blowing it up. I have a computer whiz at home. I'll have her to do it for me now because I promise when I got this morning at 7:30, I was looking like, what's the Sam? HSS.
yes, and in the email too, I'm not sure if they forwarded y'all the email, but Donna and Emily had the email of the PDF.
And they tried blowing it up and they weren't able to do so.
They did it on purpose. Or somebody messed up and don't nobody want to mess up.
It certainly was intentional, and then the timing of it. Jules Green mentioned the timestamp on his email was 7:30 that morning, Tuesday morning. So they didn't want them to have that with enough time to actually go through it and challenge them on or question them on some of these numbers. That's why they gave it to them at the 12th hour, so they wouldn't have time to go through it and be able to call them to task on this report. It was all intentional.
Is that correct, Ms. M? I don't want to put words in your mouth now.
That's correct.
Okay.
But this would be in Adobe and we don't really have access to it.
So the information going to be presented to.
I know she did not say they don't have access to no goddamn Adobe. That is not how that works. When you work for the city, or any organization, Adobe is one of those main PDF viewers that you use. So IT buys a subscription because the
The
email for the
entire
city would
city.
be, okay, thank you. There you go. 'Cause you know, I go all over the, thank you. That's
Yeah.
all I want
No,
to
I
say.
know what you're saying. It's an
That's all I want to
organization.
say.
It's an organization
That's all I want to
membership.
say. You got to know what you're talking about when you sending stuff, because people do be listening. If you,
I got you. Look, man,
cause
you my homie.
come
You
on,
ain't
man.
nobody else's homie. You my homie. You
Come
feel
on,
me?
man. Come on.
Now get off my stage. Yep, see, took too long. I'm just playing. Let's see.
In the future, we would be greatly appreciative, and I would be, because I'm, bifocus and everything trying to. So in the future, when you do your reports, we would greatly appreciate you would help us to understand what you're presenting to us to digest.
Okay, and the totals are blown up on this graph here too, for the totals that I just stated, for the year and for the quarter one of this year.
Okay.
I can applaud you for separating out what's minority, what's not minority. But that's what I was saying, that we don't want to be identified as minority, women minority, and stuff like that.
Sir, go sit down. Go sit down. Sir, if you're okay, first off,
look at how they looking at him.
yeah, it's okay. First off, I understand that you want to play the game that they play. You don't want to be referred to as a minority. But as long as you're black and as long as you're colored, you're going to be a minority. And as long as you're a business owner, you're going to be a minority business owner. And if the numbers are in your favor to where they have to have businesses like yours in order to meet their quota, accept that, sir. You're not going to get an even playing field in Alexandria. You're not going to knock Pan Am out the way. You're not going to, none of these established people. So if there's a requirement for them to keep minority-owned businesses in play, sir, just take that. Just accept that. Please just accept that. And don't put the horse in the chokehold. Don't be a horse choker. Sit down.
Don't want that type of identification on there. Then you're looking at percentages and limitations. Okay. Now, I would like to see it where, just say where your spending is on a particular product, and then look at your vendors list and see if that spending is equal among all the vendors that for that particular product versus minorities.
Dude, all right.
Women minorities and all this stuff like that.
All
So
right.
don't separate like that. Just do it basically.
Sir. You know what? That's why we're not in. That's why we weren't the favorites. That's why we didn't go that far. We got as far as we could with it, because I swear I would be throwing shit at this motherfucker right now. I would.
Yeah, it's time for him to sit down.
It's shut down. Who just left? It must have been that.
These are small businesses that would like to provide services to the city of Alexandria, and that are these services being spread out amongst everyone? Okay, I know you have to get the best price and stuff like that, and I understand the pricing and everything like that is a concern. Okay, but at the same time, have those conversations with those other vendors. So, hey, right now your pricing is not at that point, at the price point that we need you to be.
They're not gonna tell you that, brother. They're never gonna tell you that. That's why you don't know it now. They're not gonna tell you that. They're gonna go with what they've been going with. And you're pitching a fit about nothing, sir. Respectfully.
Yeah. And can you make that adjustment? That's what I'm saying about them getting discouraged when they don't constantly put in for something, not getting it, and then not being explained as to what is hampering or stopping them from being a competitor in that space. And I know a lot of times you have larger companies, they can do better price points. Walmart does better price points than most people around here, right? But people want to get small businesses going out of business because Walmart's price points. But giving that small business an opportunity to be able to compete by at least letting them know where they are.
Yeah, it's a bloviation, sir. The numbers, it goes to the lowest bidder. Can we start there? The lowest bidder. That's it.
And that's and not necessarily by
Tavares,
it's not.
But what they're talking about right now, the category of contracts, is the no bid contracts.
Oh,
These are the ones that are under $50,000.
Oh, okay. He did say that. He did make that distinction there. Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Porter. See, I can accept correction, but is he kicking the dead horse, Mr. Porter, or am I tripping?
I don't really understand his point, because I want to see a breakdown of these contracts by women, by minority women, Latino, Native American, Asian, Black. I want to see it by minorities. If it's disabled veterans, if it's Black, if it's women, white women, Asian women, whatever.
You want to see the full breakdown.
I want to see every single demographic and how much business is being done with each demographic.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's going the other way. He say, I don't want you to break it down that way. No, I do. So I don't really understand his point, because my position is different from the position he's espousing.
Okay.
Not about the race thing. It's not about that. It's about a small business trying to come up and become a larger business. And that's what we're talking about, capacity and stuff. Do they have capacity?
But the point, Tavares, this point, like Mr. Porter said, that's important. What Mr. Porter is asking for, requesting, so you know exactly where the money
Where
is going.
you fit in and where you dealing with.
Don't. That's right. Yeah, it's very important.
You want but you want as much detailed information as possible. That's how you figure out that's how you figure out the answer without going to go ask somebody.
That's right. That's right.
The lowest common denominator.
Gain that capacity, they're not getting anything to build on. And that's help them get that capacity. And maybe they can, reach out to other suppliers instead of trying to go to the same supplier to get the better price points on the supplies. That way they can give better price points on the sale. So that's where I'm looking for the assistance with this. Thank you.
And to touch on that, this report is all compiled after the fact, so it's not a beforehand trying to build a certain thing. Like Stacy said, we purposely do the three quotes system. So we try to make sure one of our quotes, if it's not the amount which needs a bid, we purposely do a 3-quote, try to make sure one of the quotes is from a minority vendor, which I know, Mr. Price, we probably annoy him with the amount of quotes we try to get. But yeah, this is all taken after the fact. So, any RFP, any bid, anything like that, we accept. We encourage all applications. But as far as this reporting goes, this is all after the fact, just taking the data, showing you where we spent it, and by ordinance, we were supposed to. And this is us providing it. Thank you.
All right. Committee, anybody else?
Another gentleman in the back.
Oh, yes, sir.
Speak for 1 second.
Yes.
Mr. Horton was ending there, kind of made me want to go ahead and get up. But I asked I'm Stephen Williams. I'm a local contractor here, does demolition and other things in the community. I'd asked Ms. Perry and Mr. Green there. I do demolition work. 6 years ago, they used to bid the work out. Lowest bidder got it. They went to a rotating list. I was tearing down houses. So in order to get on the rotating list, they say I needed insurance and license and all that. So I went and got insurance, license, and all of that. The original contract for the first 3 years said that you needed 2 years demolition experience, which I had. I've been tearing down houses for private individuals. The second term of the third year said that I needed 2 years demolition with a public entity. So that.
Okay,
so
stop for a minute. Stop for a minute, y'all. Stop for a minute. Now, why didn't he have all these licenses already? Because what you just said was you just did what they required. You didn't already have this stuff. So I have an issue with that. Because if you're going to do that type of work, you should be already across the board to have everything you need. Why did you wait till they say, okay, I only need this requirement? Okay, now next year we changing it again. I need this. Well, my issue is, why didn't you have all that in the first place? If you tear down houses, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, Mr. Porter.
It sounds like What he was doing
Mm-hmm.
was tearing down houses for individuals,
Yeah.
and he probably didn't have
A
those
license.
licenses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because when you and I was trying to help that other guy
Mhm.
get on the demolition list, and
Mhm.
we looked at the city requirements,
Mhm.
you needed to have a master plumber license, an electrician, certified electrician license. What else? There was something else, but
The electrician, you had the hazmat because in place it had
yes,
asbestos.
that's right. They had to have the hazmat. So, and you get that certification through the state by taking these exams. You pass the exam, and you get it. Now, each one of those exams costs, I think, like $100 or whatever. You know, and there's a little course that goes along with it. Oh, but the thing was, he was probably tearing houses down the same way that I don't want to say the same way, but probably for individuals and didn't have those licenses. Now, you don't have to have those licenses yourself, but if you know a licensed electrician,
Yes,
you
that's
bring
right.
them on to disconnect all electrical work and lock it out. And you bring in a licensed plumber to disconnect everything and lock it out for water, for sewer, for natural gas, you know. And then if you have somebody who has a certification for removal of lead paint, fiberglass, you know, those type of hazardous things, then you bring them in. So you don't have to have all of that, but to do the work, you need to be able to bring those licensed, skilled tradespeople in on that job. If he didn't have all of that on the work he was doing for individuals, he may have been bringing people in who were certified to do it. But then after he decided to apply for the city's list, then he recognized, okay, I'm going to have that as part of my company, or if I'm an individual, I'm going to have that myself.
But I would have went on and got that. I'm sorry. That's just a safe way of doing stuff. That's
Yeah,
common sense.
absolutely. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yes.
Because you're providing a service, whether it was individual, group, or whatever, you're still providing a service. To protect yourself, you should have all your paperwork. I'm sorry.
You're talking about doing it as much in-house as possible. All right, guys. I tell you what. If you guys agree to meet me here Saturday evening, I will return and we can finish this out. Because we're knocking on 3.5 hours, and this was a solid full 3.5 hours. And as always, I appreciate everybody for coming through. But if you agree to meet me here Saturday night at about 9 p.m., we'll make it 9 p.m. We meet back up here Saturday night at 9 p.m. We can finish this out, and we can continue on and talk about other things. Because I know tomorrow is Friday, so there's no telling what kind of news or what kind of headlines are going to be hitting the gossip sheets. What kind of headlines are going to be prevailing tomorrow? So don't forget about the gas leak. Apparently, there was a gas leak, and there's people that were getting nauseated and sick from the smell of gas all through Alexandria. I don't know, folks. There's a lot of things going wrong, and Jock's not doing himself no favors. And this isn't favorable in the grander scheme of things. This is not favorable. So again, Mr. Porter, you got anything?
No, I just see a comment by Miss Bell. She said, "Hit the play button, please."
No, hit the button. She wanted me to stop him from talking. Yeah, she said hit the button, please.
Okay.
Yeah, because
All right.
I don't know, because she probably was getting as frustrated as I was with that. Because it's like they get up there and they want to say something, but it's like they don't know how to say it. And I think that a lot of what the work that we were doing was also advocating for small businesses, but advocating for them in a way that didn't require us bloviating. Because when you get to bloviating, now you're just talking. But Mom, you want to go through the list of people? I see Miss Bell. I see Miss Battles. I see Miss Latasha. Miss Latasha, I'm gonna give you a call. I got you. I got you. Miss Jacobs. Let's see who else was here. I want to thank Brother Turner for always showing up. Brother Scott for showing up. Miss Carter was here. Who else? I guess I'm doing your job now too, huh? Miss Latanya Walker came in. That's a new person we haven't seen before. Oh, and my homegirl Rock. Thank you, Rock, for coming through. Mr. Jerry Wells, appreciate you stopping by. Who else? I said Brother Greg. Said Nat. Miss April Sword was in here. Miss Anita Dorsey came in. So yeah, we appreciate you guys coming through. We do. We absolutely do. And tonight, before we do anything else, I do want to play this song because Mr. Porter always talks about, what's that saying? A man can't ride your back unless it's bent.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. That's it. I live by it. I got the t-shirt to prove it. So that's that. But take this off. That has been the Can We Be Frank show. We appreciate you guys stopping in. And definitely get with us. Oh, hold on, I got it wrong. Oh, I got it wrong too. Wait. Well, I don't know how it works. Wait. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah. So Saturday evening, I'll see you guys at 9 p.m. We'll finish this whole thing up and we'll have fun for the rest of the evening, talking about politics and getting you guys ready for November and other things. So, yeah, we out, folks. We out.
Alexandria, Louisiana. Stand up! Yeah. Stand up. Put your hands up. Whole city tired, man, they can't stand us. Crime going up, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town down. Stand up. Put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the key, for the elders too. If nobody else care, then it's up to you. Taxation without representation. Trying to save the city before we save the nation. Every month another bill, another situation. People barely living, tired of frustration. Like high rent, high too. Whole hood stress, what we supposed to do. Mama crying, daddy working overtime. Still can't win, man, this world out of line. But we ain't backing down. Tell the whole town gather round. If you hear me, say it loud. Stand up, put your hands up. Whole city tired, man, they can't stand up. Crime going up, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town down. Stand up, put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the kid, for the elders too. If nobody else care, then it's up to you. Hands up, like Mike Brown. Pain in the streets, got the city pipe down. Young boy lost, trying to find their way. Need real men, standing up today. If you a leader, then lay it right now. Don't wait till the whole thing burn down. Church folks, hood folks, come together. Real change only happen when we move together. Stand up for the north side. Stand up for the south side. Stand up for the east side. Stand up for the west side. Everybody say stand up, stand up. Hey, 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 hey. Stand up. Stand up. and they can't stand up. Crime going up, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town down. Stand up, stand up. Put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the kid, for the elders too. If nobody else care, then it's up to you.
Alexandria, we still here.
Stand up.
Caton, Colorado. You'll enjoy this one. A man uses a ladder to get on top of his truck. And while he's on there, he accidentally drops his ladder and it falls onto someone else's truck, damaging the truck. When the driver of that truck comes out to inspect the damages, the person on top of the truck asks for help with his ladder so he can get back down. But while asking, he decided to say some racist things towards the person he was asking for help. So he didn't get that help that he wanted. Watch.
Man, you shouldn't even be in this damn country. You got a friggin' accent, Ukrainian or Russian, you shouldn't be in here. Get the hell out of my country. I mean, do you even have a legal driver's license? You will eventually make it down from here, sir, and you will pay. All I gotta do is figure out how I'm gonna do it, sir. I will do it, and you will pay. You're in a no parking zone to begin with, so it ain't my fault that you hit your damn truck. You're in a damn the roadway.
Are you gonna rappel down? Yeah, this is obviously a great lesson in racism. You want to isolate yourself from other people just because they're different than you, fine, go ahead. But you're on your own. When you need to get down.
Good morning, Saints. I'm happy everybody can make it to Sunday school, man. Ain't nobody mad but the devil player. Today we're going to be coming out of Matthew, the 9th chapter, the 29th verse, man. When everybody got the verse, let me say, ooh. You see, the game is to be sold, not told, player. But I'm going to give it to you for free so we can trick the adversary. You understand me? And it reads, player. Then touch he their eyes, saying, according to your faith, be it unto you. What I took from this verse, player, is that your faith is your perception, man. You can either save or sabotage you, player. Most importantly, let any man be persuaded by their own opinion.